Alright, and now the recording is happening. Oh, I need to
I'm not gonna make a comment at that one.
set my thing up.
Or what they're doing over there.
What are they doing over there?
Unspeakable, horrible things.
Yeah.
Don't have to you.
I'm just enjoying the fact that
Hello.
on this game and they don't ever change that. And they don't ever change that.
High five.
I seriously need to get a more optimized model that doesn't have any particle effects eventually, but oh well.
What's up?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
How's it going?
Ready for?
I said, how's it going?
4:30 a.m. Don't ask me that.
Hey, my carbuncle friend here. Pet pet.
Understandable.
I took a nap and I'm like, I woke up like, what day is it? Oh shit, it's not day.
Yeah.
It's time.
I literally was going to RP before this, and then RP this, and I would have RP'd like 10 straight hours.
RP all day, every day.
All day, every day. You can't stop me.
I exist to be other people, and other people only.
My dad doesn't care. You're not my dad.
Are you just masking your emotions now?
Yeah, but you're not
I mean,
this one.
I'm asking literally nothingness, if that's what you're asking.
We're doing diddly shit in this RP. Unless you decide to like game or something. Okay. If this one asked her to stop, she would stop. If Buds asked her to stop, she would stop.
I'm asking if you.
What's up, Deathwalker?
Immediately, like.
Do you hear mine?
Oh.
Ow! Hey!
It's just my mic's lighting up.
Oh god, that's scary.
Get 2 hands.
I think you don't need a hand there, Buttons.
Noodle, the thick now and noodle.
I'm gonna grab my
Wait,
chair.
Noodle thick.
wait, activate the hands again. I want
missed
to
RPs
check
like this.
something.
I missed RPs like this. I missed content. Thank you, TB.
I do believe someone is tailing you.
Get away from my finger. Get away from my finger.
Stop that. Just stop it.
All that.
Stop you.
Thank
This is illegal. You are
can't
not
do
allowed to
this.
continue.
Yes, I can, because I can't tell tons in character yet, because this fucker's a golem. Me.
showing up? My 5 gold. I had Mary help me with my model.
Did the music get louder?
She made it so that when I need my arms, little spirit does his own.
Oh yeah. Power construct constraint. No, it was rotation constraint actually.
You better wake up, we have shenanigans.
Constraint.
Remember?
Constraint. Yeah, we do.
Damn it,
Punching clear some more.
I forgot how you jump in here. Nice RP lobby room. Yeah, it's. I guess it's gonna be dark. Now, so hopefully the outside won't be as dark. I changed some settings around in the colorization of stuff. Although I may not have switched it in the right place, but I can't really take it down without stopping the stream. So we'll see what happens.
Exactly like them, where they would not take charge. Want to know what I did for an RP? Just to make them take charge.
My god.
The Pokemon trainer, my fucking Pokemon RP. They had to take charge.
Love it.
Good lord. Casting inflict wounds. This is all.
Keep on for them to be
Give me a Pokeball.
not actually sucking the air.
My friend just made a pun. If they took charge, they wouldn't their
Which is either myself or
I approve.
But yes, it is gonna be nice and dark apparently. Theoretically, going in a couple of minutes. I don't know if we're gonna wait though.
that pun comes at
Less
no
people.
charge.
I don't give a damn.
I approve.
There have been a bunch of missions put up for this RP. However, unfortunately, I'm not able to go to it yet because I don't actually have my particle stuff set up for this character. That'll probably be a little bit down the line. I was not aware that this RP was gonna get started as soon as it was, and then that we're also gonna have missions as soon as we did. Needs to make a character that literally has Uno reverse card as a power. What would that do?
In the name of the puns, I will punish you. Moon punning power.
Did we have a? I think this is for.
My friend said they met you before. One shot time.
Yeah,
One shot time.
The girl. That's basically just.
Don't know power, but I do know of a character who has a Uno reverse card. Oh, I'm sure there are multitudes of those.
For my friend Lizzie. Apparently,
Oh, time to get lost for another year.
apparently we both know these.
I was just yeah,
I
apparently.
wanted to make sure you guys
They were probably a big ass ODST, is what they said.
something
Facts.
needs to be requested on that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, I don't know how Chibi handles it because I
Yeah, if it's just a
generally when people
app
come in,
request
I give them the
kind of thing,
Wandering
it's
Fae roll. Generally, if people come in and they're not Pathfinders, I'll give them the Wandering Fae roll.
They shoot, you throw down a reverse card, they shoot themselves. That seems a little overpowered. Ribbon's character has one that she can summon. You know, Ribbon would have one. If anyone was to have it, Ribbon.
Which I would have to ask.
What can I say? It's very illuminating.
Is it just me, or is that close range? You look a lot like a soul.
Might do the idea of the, I guess it's the
No, I do see it, but it's not. It's a custom model, but it does have the skull vibes.
It's like you don't want fucking clowns. I'll give you fucking clowns.
Okay, so I'll come in as John Wick then.
Also armpit.
The other boogeyman.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us.
No, but
Call him John Wick, but he's just a like.
Don't say that like that, man.
Anyway, yeah.
you're a Toho fan.
It's really
There's a gag soundboard for Rainer. She's a synth kind of. She can have one inside C. Yep.
I don't know what it is, but
Also-
like.
It's just Ribbo being Ribbo.
Enter, select mode.
The use.
Sinus pressure.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
no
got
meal.
that.
You can't do that.
Maybe an allergy that you.
No.
That, yeah.
Besides, you're gonna fall
That's
asleep.
what happens to me sometimes when I get
I've never
allergies.
had an allergy before, so that's weird.
Damn.
I have it sometimes. It's kind of random. Either it's like
It's
small,
something
kind of
big.
like
to
you
the
wake
environment.
up, your nose just closes
dust.
off.
It's probably dust because like my fan gets really dusty. But I've been like putting it on without dusting it, so I think it just all the dust is kind of like expanded
gotta
in my
clean
room.
that shit.
It's you again.
Oh fuck.
It's you.
Oh,
I
my
remember
faceplate
you.
is starting to peel.
Those eyes
Yeah.
give you
Cool.
away.
Because I'll turn off. Oh, I didn't have it on. Oh, glad I double checked.
Oh yeah, I got like
Huh.
my GMA ball outfit attire.
GMA
They're working.
ball. What?
Oh yeah, so I have those.
I don't know, I
those
need to probably
eyes
test
that
that.
make it
Test that
so
later.
easy for me
Apparently, my
to
faceplate
work
is peeling.
Same
the
with
way
Neat.
they
We can test it
go
later, yeah.
With passion.
Hmm.
your chest plate is peeling.
The VR like faceplate is like starting to peel.
Oh, mine peeled a long time ago. I just had to stuff it near my cheek so I can actually have some protection on it.
Wait, what
That
the
long time
fuck?
ago.
Whoa, I thought you had index though.
Me? No, I have by pro.
Yeah. Oh.
I have index controllers, but my my headset's a by pro.
Like without any limiters, you can literally just
Yeah, I mean my headset's though. That's the nice thing.
Chibi.
So I just it's fine. I just need
I'm
to
meeting you to
get a
game
new
three,
faceplate.
so just to let you know.
Because I just went to go like scratch my cheek and noticed it. Like, ew. Oh, gross.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
No, Thank you.
No, the full-on one.
Oh, you dropped. Hello. Hi, Seven. Hello.
No, never mind. I thought
I'm good.
I thought my model had a unique animation.
Request. Could I bring Snowball in today?
I said
For
yes.
funs and giggles. Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
Well, you don't believe me? I'm fucking offended. God damn it.
No, I don't believe you. I just had ADHD brain for a brief moment of time.
ADHD brain.
It's just
Yeah,
like-
you
My
can
brain
bring
goes wee, and then someone's like, "Oh, I told you that information a long time ago," and I'm like, yeah,
it's okay, I'm
uh-huh.
Even better yet.
okay,
Even
I'm
better
fucking
yet. Since I'm allowing guests tonight, Sarah would have actually sent the owl to go lead.
He sends an
Snowball
owl
here.
to retrieve an owl? Damn, that's racist.
Oh, an owl to retrieve an owl? Owlception.
Yeah.
Too many owls, man.
Information type thing.
You know Snowbell? You know what
You
Snowbell's
gotta
reply
remember
could be?
Snowbell and Sarah. are
Too many
friends,
goddamn
so she would have
birds.
invited.
Static.
Yeah.
You know what Snowbell's reply could be? I'll be there.
Owl field.
No!
Yes.
Stop
Yes.
this!
I've been told
Yes.
I'll be there.
Be prepared.
It's great.
Hello. I've been told to climb.
Hello. Why?
Bah.
Okay, my
This
sense
is
is
top
gone.
foolery.
I can breathe better.
Still waking up.
Oh, no, the back.
Sure there is.
Alright, love.
Still waking up.
Gather up. Gather up.
Oh, God.
Gather.
Gather.
Gathering. We're gathering.
Grab my voice.
So, welcome back. We do have some small stuff planned, but all I'm just going to say is figure that out in character. You'll find out. Just a heads up, guests are allowed to come in tonight, so it's just not only you guys. So you might see some people who are not Stardust members joining in today. Besides that, we have shenanigans planned, and you are free to go into the lobby. And 5 minutes start time.
Yay, chaos. I am going to the Valley Gate because I left.
no
it's
shit?
fine, so.
Where's Shin at? That some bitch.
Did you hear everything that was said?
Yeah, where's the third doctor?
Yeah, I'm just
Where's
gonna
our
do
home?
a
I know, right?
reboot thing just
I don't
to
know.
make
I
sure
don't
I'm
know
clean.
where the fuck he is.
I'm gonna head.
We'll find out, I
Get the
guess.
squad together.
Go to the guild.
Gotta get the med squad together, yep. I guess I ended around here. What's the plan for today? No fucking clue. We'll find that out as we go along. What I will say with this RP though is like this might be an RP where like I regularly don't stay until the end. I think for this RP's purpose, whenever it feels like there is nothing more to do for that day, or it's like, you know, I'm bored, I'm just that's gonna be it for the day. Is that a Brink in the Brain reference? Of course that's a Brink in the Brain reference. So it's kind of funny, between this Dot character and the one that I'm making for Aegis, that I'm gonna have a lot of shadowy shit going on. The other character is gonna be based on on the Twilight Cleric from D&D. So that'll be all like shadowy magic as well. They're actually, and one of the things that I'm doing is basically they'll be able to tell someone's nature. Like, think of it like finding out someone's alignment from sampling their shadow. Like, basically, they'll be able to reach into people's shadows and find out how good of a bad of a person they are. Entirely pointless in combat. But it'll be a fun little thing in out of combat. Waiting another minute or so. We had 5 minutes, so that's why I was just kind of jumping around for a bit. Will they be ranged or melee? They would be melee. It would be melee with a warhammer and a shield. And the entire, at least starting shtick for the character will... That, okay. The entire starting shtick for the character is they're actually going to be stuck inside of a suit of armor. They literally cannot take it off. Eventually, through the course of that character, they will be able to, hopefully. But starting off, they'll be stuck with a mask. Dr. Z time, yep. And it looks like it's ready to go. So, enjoy tonight. We'll see how long we go. And let's see what happens. As always, I apologize if I'm not able to get to your questions or comments in chat, but RP is RP. Sometimes that just happens. And use the channel point rewards sparingly. Try to not spam them or use them at all while I'm readily talking to anyone else. You could use it right now. Literally right this second, you could do one. As soon as I'm talking to people or trying to listen to people. Take your fingers off those buttons.
Giant eagle alert!
See? Like that.
Judging from the energies I'm sensing, seems I'm a little overpowered for this place.
Perhaps you are. I do not know. Greetings.
Hello.
This is good morning, or perhaps this is a night.
Evening, I'd say.
This place.
If I may have a moment.
Oh, hello.
It's mostly dark here.
I'm gonna come meet you. I need you to come with me astrally.
Of course.
From what I have seen, this place is normally dark. I have not seen the sunny day yet, so it might just be that it is forever nightfall.
This is true, but we do not mind it. The stars are quite nice. The moon is bright. Well, if this is the way it has to be, we are okay with the situation. But yeah. Is good
Hi,
evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Kind of tell in the dark sometimes.
Isn't he?
just woke
Just
up.
woke up.
Well, as if you look up at the night sky, this is the night sky.
Definitely.
But
It definitely feels. It definitely feels like morning to me. I'm gonna go grab an apple to eat. I'll be back.
this must be what they call the fey magique.
Real fancy stuff, honestly.
Or perhaps terrifying, but well, that is up to the interpreter.
Nice to meet you.
There was
I don't think I've met you before.
Hi, hi.
Chew an apple. Have you guys been here all night or something, or did you guys wake up early?
early. So the doll has been here all night. It rests upon an empty shell.
Good to note.
Likes to rest in here.
Good to note.
Not much point taking up a bed when it is not necessary.
That is
True,
comfy though.
but if the doll doesn't want to take up a bed, that's fine. But do you feel uncomfortable sleeping on a shelf, or?
The
Oh,
doll
well,
is
standing in the doorway today.
I was
Sorry,
looking
that's
at the
heavy.
door. Yes, a little bit. You see the apple. You see the apple partially burnt in her hand. Ow! As she flips it over, chomps on the burnt part.
My apologies. I didn't intend to.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm used to it.
How does that
Hey, getting it to this level without bursting into flames is actually a good thing for me.
Yes, especially here in the library.
Especially
This
here
would
in the library.
be unadvisable.
like so.
is last?
It could be traumatic, to say the least.
Hey, you surprising me cooked my apple part way. Tastes better now. I think that.
Do not believe we have sampled cooked apple, but well, we suppose there is pies.
Look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
I think so, yeah. It could be a start to apple pie, I suppose.
M-Y.
Not quite like it.
I've cooked an apple over an open flame before. It tastes delicious.
A-M-E.
Put it on a stick and just cook it over an open flame.
Perhaps we will try it sometime.
You have already
Yes, it is not in our.
You'll get better.
Well, I certainly won't. For obvious reasons.
I suppose it's a similar thing.
Yeah, we suppose you may have the trouble
Basically, it's similar,
consumption.
except it has like a smoky kind of wood taste at the same time. It's kind of sweet and woodsy at the same time. Tastes good to me.
So, I see the little one is giving up their studies early in the day. Very good.
Anyway, I'm going back downstairs and throwing this
Simple
apple
sentences are being worked on currently.
Know how to say hello.
We have started off with the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
Wonder how many times a potato will be smushed this episode. It hasn't shown up yet, so we don't know. Who chat remembers Vaughn from AA? I mean, I do, but the real question is, why would you want to remember them? They were kind of an asshole. And by kind of an asshole, I mean they were a major asshole all the time.
Upon completion of these sentences, please repeat. On the other
I'm
page, fill all
gonna
lines.
go quickly wash my face outside and come back. Give me a minute.
Okay.
He begins to roll. Do the lines.
Hello. How are you doing this evening? Hey, like very good time. They're gonna do more, right? Or say evening.
Sounds similar to Bond's. Yeah, you're not quite right. Or not quite wrong.
Judging by the
Yes.
way the sky looks here.
We will leave the instruction alone.
Yes, the door seems to have it handled.
Oh well. When you least expect it.
Dun dun.
Does Dr. Z sleep? Kind of. It's more like Elf Trance, right? He's still. It's like a rest mode, but he's not truly asleep.
Well, that's turned into a vegetable.
Well, I nearly turned into a
Show the doll
vegetable.
how
There was a brink of time where I was, but then my friends kind of helped and assisted.
I was about to say again.
She's holding not again. Not this time. I didn't do anything.
Loosen these
Not
fingers.
this time. The other time,
Hold it
I liked the
gently.
crystal and I took
Do
it,
not
and then the
push
Fae
it
wasn't
into
happy
the
that I
paper
took it, and then
pull.
I learned a very valuable
Gently
lesson.
lift
And you don't
slide
just
along the
take,
surface of
you
the
gotta
parchment.
ask.
Yes.
Yeah, I try my
We have
best not to
similar
mess with the
cautionary.
Fae.
Yes, we have a similar cautionary tale back home. Someone didn't get turned into a vegetable, but rather he lost his arm in his manhood.
Damn!
You rest it upon your fingers as if cradling a child.
That sounds unfortunate. Very unfortunate. It does sound
I don't know
unfortunate.
how true it is.
But when a child is held, it is often not squeezed, more.
Oh, see, that
rested
story does
gently
sound
upon the
familiar. I think I've heard it myself through different sources.
Yeah, like super twitchy for some reason.
I find it hard to believe that there are coincidences like that. There must be some core of truth to it that.
Probably.
So, how are you all doing today?
Doing quite well.
I'm waiting for
Pretty good.
the Dark Knight to come and give me notes about my staff.
The Dark Knight. Oh, you mean Wild?
Ah, yeah, V. I'll just call him V for the time being. Buttons is not very good. Common.
You make a good effort. Actually, we have some instructors in common, apparently. There's a lesson going on upstairs. You could join that if you wish.
How did that feel in your hand?
Buttons learned from picture books, and I have a lot of friends at Purple Lotus that would probably assist me in that.
Makes perfect.
I've gotten better. Button used to always say button at the end of every sentence.
Sounds like
I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Looks like he's like tripping on something. It's really weird.
I'll let the third person back at the normal
More simple
pathfinders.
sentences.
I mean, I've been
Everything
learning
alright,
to...
Cassandra?
Yeah, I got
Right.
jump scared by the guild by Sarah's
and read.
daughter.
Common.
I'm sorry, you were saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying I'm
Oh,
learning to
where's
read and
she
write
at?
column myself.
I've been doing that for
She
the past
was at the lake.
couple of
I don't know where
months,
she
and
is now.
Slowly trying to figure it
stay
out.
away from that.
She should.
Then once I get the hang of that, I'm gonna have to learn to read and write my native
Really,
tongue.
this entire area
That's
is
gonna be a...
technically part of her mother's domain.
It sure is a process.
I know. But it's just easier if I stay away from the lake.
But with given enough time, you can master anything.
Indeed.
I needed to clean my face off from the apple juice as I got surprised in front
Oh,
of
I
an
need to
apple.
plant my tree, my fleshy tree.
Sorry, you what?
I
Did you ever try an apple cooked over an open fire?
There's a person named Billy.
That's basically what I just made by accident.
Yeah, good morning, or perhaps this is a good evening. That is hard to see, considering it is always dark.
Yes, it is rather confusing what time it is because of time of day. Not sure. Is it still nighttime? I don't know. I don't have a watch.
It is hard to tell when we are in this place. But nighttime is a good time.
True. It's not too hot. Thankfully, it's not too cold either.
Have you tried eating raw meat?
Seems you have a string
Morning.
from your shirt.
It is a good day. We do not believe we have
everything going,
exchanged the name. We
I
are
just woke up, I'm still trying to wake up properly.
we are Dr.
Understood.
Zurzavar.
Same thing here.
You may call us Zur.
Zur. Name is Tina.
It is a pleasure, and we wish you the best of luck in your studies.
Actually, pretty fun learning how to read and write. Didn't know it was fun. Think I was missing out.
Accrual of knowledge is one that is, well, to be commended. Keep learning, and you may one day know everything there is to know.
Knowledge is power.
For now, simple words. Tomorrow, who knows?
Tomorrow, learn how. Maybe learn device. Pulls it out. Don't know how to work it. You'll see these bite marks on it.
Yeah, we tried baking over here. Since they
And
do have a
what
kitchen.
is it that you are holding?
I made some strawberry cake last time.
Strange
Oh.
device.
Missed it then.
Maybe examine?
Mostly experimental.
Sure. Hand it to you.
I'll look forward to when you make some again.
Next time I do something though, I take more preparation.
What does it look like in general?
Sounds good.
It's basically the chat room thing that we have for Stardust. She has no idea how to use it because she doesn't read and write.
It is not for showing. It is a communication device. It is something that you can use to talk to others in, well, here, and perhaps others you may meet in the world.
Okay. Check if it had a face.
So, not chew toy?
Check if the cooked potato had a face.
Perhaps not to chew. It is easily breakable. Although this one scratched, but still operational. Yes, it is. Well, once you learn how to write, you will be able to handle it a little bit better.
So no chew toy.
We suggest not chewing on such a device. As it is not entirely cheap.
Oh, okay. So we'll look after. No bite no more.
It is a good idea. It would not be good for your stomach either. Not
Greetings.
edible.
I see you're a new person to this guild.
My magic. That is just pure
I've
chaos.
joined within the last 2 days.
Currently under protection.
I see.
I am a construct designation or name. I do not mind if you use either.
Fauna kind of nature.
Over there on the table. And protected by Cassandra.
Why be protected?
I've been told that I get 5 gold if I eat them. It gets better.
I'm sorry, what was that? Can you repeat that?
I asked for your name. I've given mine.
Does it taste nice?
It seems only fair to get a name or something.
It's like Fado.
Oh, of course.
Don't have a taste.
I know, but still, I don't want it. Thank you.
My name's Reagan. Pleasure to meet you.
They're being held by Cassandra.
He shakes.
I'm gonna be tough now.
I am one of the healers to the guild, so if you have any problems, feel free to feel free to consult with me.
But perhaps
I'm not playing any games. Sorry. Have a good day. Nope.
as a construct, perhaps we need the mechanic instead of the healing.
Make it harder to control. Yeah.
Perhaps.
If you are someone like me who has
So I don't know if we have any at the moment in the guild.
It would be useful.
meld and molded into
I know what you're going to do. Don't do it.
It's not only that.
Well, we are Dr. Zurzvar. We are somewhat medical as well as including other things, but you may call us Zur if you wish.
Oh, Faith hate me a lot.
Nice to meet you.
Technically, I can't stop, right? It's like a contract.
Apologies, but your vocal patterns are
Oh, yeah, no,
something
the
I am not
Fays hate
used to.
chaos and demons.
My sister
As it is.
me up.
Quite all right. You may call us Zur.
Well, kind of hate chaos. It's okay. They hate my form of chaos.
They are kind of chaotic themselves, are they?
And welcome to this place. Although we are a new hire as well, so perhaps Mr. Reagan would be the better one to welcome you.
Well, to be fair, we are of equal standing. Although when it comes to adventuring, I might have a little more experience than everyone else. But as for starting off in the guild, I believe we started at the same time.
Yeah, why would you need?
Perhaps, but you are, well, you know the guild master from previous occupation?
Ah, that is true. We were members of a different guild at the time.
We believe that gives you a little bit of the leg up.
Well, we try not to put that. I try not to put that fact into my standing, but I understand.
If you have
Yes, if you need anything, yeah, just ask. And if I know the answer, I'll let you know.
He's an undead Lich King. He drank this thing called Black Giant, and he was able to taste again.
Perhaps in future I could ask for your aid in researching something, but for the time being, I would rather focus on other issues at hand.
But of course,
have a nice day, all three of you.
Of course.
So for now, I just keep practicing and learn on my own.
another construct.
They seem to be in a rather hurry.
Well, time is money, as they say. Maybe they have something urgent to do.
Perhaps. Also in our experience, well, time and money not so hand in hand.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to be careful with doing that, you know.
Also, we suppose for those who have conventional job, perhaps it is a little bit more so.
I mean, you don't want people to find out that you like getting wet.
We do not believe we would be so good at office job.
Yes.
Or perhaps we would be fantastic at it, but well, it is not something we are interested in. Sitting in a small cube day by day and nothing new to examine.
That's only for study time for me. Otherwise, if I'm not studying up on something, I won't be able to hold still. Although crawling in a damp, dark dungeon isn't really an ideal thing either. But you get to stretch your legs.
Perhaps there is more mystery behind that than typing numbers into a it's called a database all day long.
True.
But then again, if you enjoy that type of work, well, why not? We suppose if it puts the food on the table.
And some people do enjoy that for some reason. I just can't relate.
it is not something we would wish either. Well, that is why we are here and they are there.
Mm-hmm.
What has brought you to this place?
I think learning? Just exploring. Pretty much, had strange dream, then walked through door and was here. So, it's strange.
Hmm. It reminds me of something similar I had at my previous guild. It was more like a dream that had some sort of vision. Well, through a dream. And I was supposed to find the tavern where the guild resided in.
Yes. This one changes forms, though not at will.
And it was important for my development of my well-being as well. Since I've learned a lot from my previous guild.
The dog cannot tell.
So, you learning too?
Well, as long as you're alive, you're constantly learning.
Other cards change. Actually, everything.
Interesting.
Oh, and hair color.
Everyone here learning something or other?
Mm-hmm.
This is true. That is why we are here as well. This place has much knowledge and the possibility of going to places where is more to learn even there.
Sarah did say from other healers I could learn much, since I too can heal and do some spells. Also learning potions.
I know when I use my
That is terrific. Perhaps a protege for you, Mr. Reagan.
I don't know if this can help.
Perhaps. I'm willing to learn more potion recipes as well.
Similar to how mana flows
Jet
from us.
said could teach too. The little spark dragon.
Channel it to a certain place in particular.
Ah.
I'm basically making the flow more efficient and
Said could
focusing more
help.
there.
Maybe even help teach potions.
Like my default is
And
just
teach
internal
what
organs,
plants
protect
are
against toxins
and
such.
teach different versions.
Make my body stronger.
How are you in front of me?
We've been afraid of frogs.
Normal.
Well, being in the Feywild, anything is normal.
Don't understand.
Chutoy?
Perhaps this is something we have not seen before. But perhaps maybe too fast to catch. Well, if they went that way, they could have gone out the door. Not sure. Or perhaps they're right there.
Sorry, there's two of them.
Winning the race is
We're being called Jutoy!
I believe in you!
Skedaddle!
Hey, Link. Hey, what's up, Char? Can't wait to finish up your character for this RP? Dude, hell yeah. Get in here.
There you go!
The Fey Frogs will win!
Good luck.
I felt like that was like a brand of cereal that died.
We are not
I don't
entirely
see that every
sure
day.
what to make of that.
Anyway, like I was saying,
They're called skater hoops.
where was
Well, if they're Fey, that explains a lot.
did not know.
And if they are not,
then I have more questions.
I don't remember where I was exactly. I don't want to.
perhaps we will file this away as something that is exists, but does not need any further following up.
I agree.
My heart strengthens my body.
I'm glad I came here. This place certainly
My aura is to empower that aura.
That was sort of...
Protect us! Protect us!
Which basically improves my sight, hearing.
But
Protect us!
To an extent.
What's wrong?
There's a weird girl trying to get us as... Well, treat us like chew toys!
are you not the shoe toy?
No! My name is Fernando.
Control its body.
Very good.
Without which
where is the girl?
can be determined rather than direction.
Where's the what?
Where is the girl you are referring to?
I can't use mana or anything like that, but I suppose.
She's outside. Oh no! Where's Ricardo?
Perhaps we should inform Les that perhaps do not chew on anything that can talk.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Especially if they're fey. Evening. Evening.
To you too. Les, we suggest to keep anything that can talk, do not chew on.
Oh. Yeah. Trina said not to toy. Can't eat.
Very good.
Exactly.
This is a good thing to keep in the mind. Most things that can talk and can think, probably not good to chew on.
No. Also, frogs tend to have toxic liquid that may secrete on their skin, so there's that to keep in mind.
I've had cooked frog before.
Cooked frog is not the same as one frog that's able to produce their toxin before they die.
I thought frogs were poisonous, not toxic.
Usually bright-colored frogs. No, I don't know if these frogs are toxic. Maybe if it's shit posts on the internet, they're toxic.
Curious substances, very strange chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
Meat frogs.
We need help.
We need help.
So,
What?
With
What kind of help?
what?
help with.
We need gas.
Wow, gas.
We believe the nearest gas station is not anywhere near here. But what do you use as the gas?
Oh, it is this big, warm, orange crystal most of the time.
No, touch the crystals.
But we touch the crystals, and that is what we do.
They're dead.
I suppose if they're fey.
Oh yes, they live here.
Oh, okay. They're not dead.
They live there, the Fae, then perhaps they can recharge at the lake.
Perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps we should
I'll have to
follow
cross the lake,
before,
though.
they get eaten by something else.
Yep.
I do believe someone with more empathy than I should more than likely go and talk to the guild member who is angered by this issue.
Nah, I'll be fine.
Wait, who's angry?
It could always be worse.
One thing that I'm noticing is that a lot of people in this RP don't actually have VR, which might be a little bit of a problem when it comes to missions. It's fine for these social lobbies, but when you're doing like missions, it's kind of imperative you have, you know, your appendages and limbs. Bit hard to do things otherwise. Just like when they walk, I try. Or perhaps we should say, we try.
Well, better do the sensible thing and not swim.
Time to
Well,
Crystal.
Crystal's over there.
Okay. To the crystal.
Wait, hold on! My friend Fernando!
You wanna wait for right now?
Hihintayin ko kaibigan ko, Fernando!
Okay. There's so much water. Coming. Ah, here they are.
Fernando! Fernando! Where have you been?
My car is filled with water.
Ah! I should have taken the boat, Fernando!
That's an interesting car if it still works. After going underwater.
This is a continuation of the thing because the fake bullshit.
Yes. They are experts in bullshit magic. I'm well versed in it. Well acquainted, I mean.
Recharging. This might take a while.
It is fun watching strange frog.
Yeah, this might take a while. Oh, who are you guys?
That's why you never felt comfortable trying before VR? Yeah, yeah. They're doing VR chat through Steam? Yep. You can do VR through desktop mode. Jetty over there, the girl right there, the fox girl. I actually think that both of those guys right there don't have it. Basically, if you have anyone whose hands aren't moving anywhere.
How's your leg doing? Is it healed?
She's not a winner then.
Glad to hear.
This is good. Yeah, perhaps be aware of jumping off from the heights. Yes.
Basically, what I'm.
Oh, trust me. Next time when I see coconut,
We were racing.
allow us get entrenched.
is just a potato
You see,
or
we have
just
this,
a concept.
we have this big
Well,
thing going on that
we will leave
the
that
winner
up
gets
to you.
marry this hot
But
froggy one.
do not get into trouble with your parental unit.
And not be stepped on or cooked
I see.
in 5 seconds.
I'm quite sure Sarah wouldn't mind me giving my sister a little of a
It's like if this
shower.
apple had that same ability as carrot. I wouldn't eat
Yeah.
it. I wouldn't even try.
Well, as it is your life, we will not judge what is it that you do.
I mean, even if you do win, would the lady, like, even love you back? I mean, there's no guarantee.
That's how we work.
What the hell?
Only winners get to have babies.
Bro, things get
Only winners get to have babies.
Of course we will. It is our courtship, you could say, here in the Rainbow Land.
I see. So
yes,
I see. So it's similar to how courting was done in my realm, where the strongest got the best of mates.
In our case, it is the fastest. Isn't that right, Fernando?
Yes, and that is why I'm winning.
No, I am.
Well,
I am winning.
At least
Look at
your
me,
way
I'm
requires
blue. Who
less
else is
funerals.
blue and fast?
No one.
Yes, there is someone.
And there they go.
Yeah.
One win?
I don't know.
Perhaps
Finish line?
the race does not end. It is a race that goes on forever.
They stuck at the bottom there.
Minimize how many times carrot has to go through having their
Yeah, perhaps the water is a problem.
To me, that's a kindness. Yes, they're immortal. Yes, you could accidentally step on them. It still doesn't make me feel
Bring me to the other side quickly!
better. You know?
Quickly!
Makes me feel like shit. I stepped on them and
It's like blue is losing. Oh, never mind.
Oh, it would absolutely know what mating is.
You're what? You're what?
Character has enough knowledge for basically almost all, like, you know,
I'll start singing.
scientific basic stuff.
So when you go, say go, we'll go, and I'll sing.
What he's looking for is the more of the abnormal.
Ready, set, go! Gonna go follow and see who wins.
Now the real question is, where is the finish line?
Yeah, I don't think they thought things through. Finish line could be anywhere.
The creatures are abnormal arts. Jesus Christ, Chasey. Anything really. Anything that's not, you know, things that aren't documented, things that haven't been read about, or things that have been lost throughout the time.
Yes.
I was like, that's a mighty potato.
looking for carrot.
That's a man-tato at that point. That's not even a potato anymore.
It's a buff version of the potato. It has potato abs.
Like, think about it, like, you know, it's the same way where, you know, you learn all the stuff through school that are, like, basic shit,
What do we call it? Would you call it like a recipe
generalities, and now he's looking for specifics.
I don't even know what you would call that. Like,
thought you was called that either. I don't want to know.
It's a keg.
It's a keg.
It can be a keg. A keg involves liquid, and potatoes are held in a sack. So maybe it's like a sack pack.
Perhaps. I don't know.
Potatoes with syrup. Then you have a keg of potatoes.
Oh my gosh. Alright, you know what? It's fine.
So I started kegging.
Stop. Stop yourself now. Stop yourself now.
The vodka is made from the potatoes, so could you say a keg of vodka would be potato?
True.
No, it's just potato water.
Potato water.
Oh, potato juice, perhaps.
To shank someone.
Yeah, stop looking like one of those hoodlums.
Squat.
Okay.
No.
Better?
Oh, now you
No, it's
just
the
look
shades.
like a
It's the shades. The
gangbang.
shades have to go. Take off the shades.
The shades need to go.
Who even are you? Why
I
do you
do
wear shades at night?
believe-
What are you doing?
I do believe it is
Because
quite
if I
blinding
remove
for him.
it, my monocyte will activate, and if I use it too long, it'll fry my brain.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
we're
basically
gonna get you
he-
bandages. We'll
he
get you
wears
bandages.
he wears his sunglasses at night so he can see.
Why does it smell like fried chicken in here?
We're
Oh,
gonna
it's
get you
my brain
bandages
fried.
or new glasses. We're gonna get you prescription.
I was
believe
afraid
this
we could
is
take
his
a
prescription.
joke somewhere else.
Hopefully it's a special prescription.
I mean, considering how special you are, yes.
Meta's character is sus? Why would we be sus? I mean, yeah, he's kind of sus, but...
You're welcome. I still value you every day.
Get a potatoes in a keg? Why is he wearing shades at night? Let him wear shades, maybe they have extra sensitive eyes. Yeah, that is in fact what it is. He's able to see mana, and it will kind of fry his brain if he doesn't wear it. It's like a mana blocker, essentially.
I think it means that their house.
How would you define boss ass bitch? Why does
That means she's a badass and don't cross her.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now we got a slime. The Blues Brothers wore sunglasses at night? Hell yeah. Was it who did the sunglasses at night song? Was it Flock of Seagulls?
That he could possibly just go to another potato in like a couple of minutes.
Wait, that's a good question. We could actually just wait in the kitchen and eventually we'll find him.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Eventually, you'll find some
Or
way.
if you want, you can grab the bag of potatoes where he spawns from. Just wait for him to respawn.
I'm very hungry. That sounds a good sign.
And perhaps you should go eat.
Yeah, I
Wait,
don't
who's
want to
looking
start,
for? Who was looking for? For carrot?
we were, because I was going to try to find some meat, and that was a real reason.
There are way too many drawers in the kitchen, so we're not quite sure where to keep it.
You haven't seen anything sus yet? I mean, he's not like...
Okay.
I don't know. He's not like not sus, but he's not sus, right? Like,
Apparently it's a
it
bad
exists.
idea to let this one go hungry.
Yes. We must keep Buttons fed at all times. She's a special being.
Now she's an undead, not a being.
Common affliction among undead.
Figure of speech.
Somehow
So
we
you're
are
saying
getting
undead
perhaps flashbacks to another life of terrible things if Buttons goes hungry.
Anyways, But perhaps we should head towards the kitchen then before the cravings get too intense.
Yeah, to the kitchen.
The is he sussy because he has a mask? But it's a cool mask. It has a mouth and it speaks and stuff. Curious?
Looks like a slime wandered here.
Well, I guess I'm stuck here.
Hold on.
I'm gonna grab a slime.
Very
just kind of go.
I don't think you should
like
eat me.
grabbing water.
I'm not good for your stomach.
kinda-
That's not a good idea. I don't want you to turn into a zombie slime. I don't even know if that's possible. Hope not.
I don't find it fine.
So do you want to get rid of these slimes, or do you want to let them be?
Leave them be. They're not harmful and they're not aggressive.
Why are you angry? What's going on? Are you upset?
Maybe they're just playful. I'm not sure.
Is it because I'm undead? That why?
What are you after?
Do I need to get the spray bottle?
Reunited with his friends that love us.
There's way too much pink in my chat right now. It's hard to tell who's who.
Just to clarify out of character. Sick. Get off me! Try to free her hand.
Looks like it's the usual day.
Hold on.
Oh, wait, do we have baking soda?
Yeah.
Should be.
Don't move.
You can ask Kara.
Don't move.
I worked on GC.
Just gonna...
Oh yeah, GC.
Got one. The other one's on my other hand. Holds her hand out.
Yeah. I'm trying to get it off. Just don't move. This is gonna suck. If you move.
Definitely gonna have to wash off now. Trying to grab it makes it.
Curious?
I think they adapted and got
Stop
sticky.
grabbing
because of
them.
that.
I told you.
You will see one stuck to his own hand.
Oh, and now one stuck to him. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? You guys got yourself into this mess. I can only
How do
Coke.
we go again? Baking soda. We just sprinkled on the back on GC.
I mean, at least you guys have sticks to be able to yank it off. I don't.
Well, there's
We are not one in the same. You stay there, we stay here.
This one does not.
Grab
the back. Oh. Oh, well, that's happening. Okay.
She's trying to dig through it to grab the 5 gold.
It's going around his arm.
That's rude, honestly. Like, that's really aggressive. It's fine.
They both must have ate it. Tried to
I guess
Really
it's
hard
my
to grab.
friend. But this one seems to be kind of chill, I guess. You seem to be more happier than the other one.
This one's just. This one I'm
Mine's like a darker prank, plus it's easy to tell from with the chat based on your comments. This is true.
Yeah, it's because I took carrot from them.
Good evening. I don't believe I've met you.
No, you have not.
Can you go grab me a norm? Can you go grab me?
Yes, you. I'm looking at you.
Oh, that one.
Pleasure to meet you.
My name's Vines. I do security.
Okay.
Okay, here's some baking soda. The last
You'll
time
see it
we
stuck to
dealt
his
with a slime, we just sprinkled some
Also, I
baking
don't
soda
believe
on
you
it and it attach itself.
Alright.
I do believe if I need to get rid of it, I
Why don't they have 5 gold?
My name is
and it belts away.
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, meet you as well.
Yeah, apparently it's more effective than I thought.
More effective?
Oh, damn. I was gonna get the potatoes. I guess that's one way of doing it.
Yeah, baking soda.
It don't really,
Sorry, I thought you were still on the
it don't
rails.
really count as murdering to be an answer.
Oh, I was
I don't know what the fuck is.
The thing is, it didn't murder
Okay.
GC last time we used it. Remember back in Pathfinders? She was attaching
I'm
herself to
gonna go
people.
wash us both off in the lake.
They'd be dead.
At this point.
Okay.
Curious?
Maybe it's
Did not see any need of that slime. It's not
maybe because they're a
possible.
little lesser slime. GC was a gelatinous cube after all.
Tina, I believe your wind is passing over you.
Be careful, though. You'll probably get stuck in one. That one.
Oops.
Some kind of disturbing airflow. It's very loud.
I remember Pop saying that they sometimes have a core that you can break. That's like their brain.
You have to put your pants on to get the mail.
Intention on killing a slime.
I don't know if most slimes are the
I'm
same.
sorry.
You're fine.
You can launch at a high speed so you can get them to turn.
What is the reasoning behind killing a slime?
It was unintentional.
They were testing something and it had the inverse effect of dissolving the slime's molecular structure.
So back in my old guild, we had a guild member who was a gelatinous cube, and she had a habit of attaching herself to other people. And we used baking soda in order to prevent that. I did not expect it to kill the slime that attached to him.
This gelatinous cube may have been a more evolved version of these slimes.
Oh, it is a
Like
more
the
evolved
more
version of
resistant.
slime.
Perhaps the dosage was too high.
Perhaps. I'm gonna return this bag of baking soda to Carrot.
This is good thing to know for next time. Moderation in all things.
Much like salt to a snail.
Perhaps. Well. This is what they refer to as live and learn.
So. Wonder what caused them to come out all of a sudden.
But then again, it was only slime. Perhaps not so much a bad thing in the grand scheme of things.
Perhaps.
In most places, we hear them talked about as the nuisance.
Well, in massive quantities, slimes can be a nuisance, but since we're here in the Feywild, we best refrain from doing anything that will take a life. No matter how big, great it, or lesser it is.
Perhaps we do not know much about the Feywild. There is lack of information about such places, but we will remember.
You know, one thing that's pretty much a rule of law is do not anger the Fae.
This is one thing we have certainly heard. They are have the ability to completely wreck a life in the most imaginative ways possible. This is always good to learn new things.
True. At least we have a lovely evening going on.
Yes. Lovely indeed.
So what's everyone up to over there?
What?
I don't know, though. All I know is the root ladies over there.
Root lady?
Root lady?
Blue one. Apparently decided to just shove us down into the ground for no reason.
Curious?
Interesting.
Why am I not surprised?
I suppose there is more than one that could be considered blue.
That is blue and that is blue and that one is also a little bit of blue.
I can't do it myself because I don't feel right doing it myself, so whatever. Carrot suggested it.
It would appear that
Now what is it you're plotting?
is being completed. Mission is unknown.
I still feel the slime in my hair. Ugh.
You also
Put some baking
kind of
soda on
threw
it.
a slime at me, so
Not on purpose.
I'm definitely messing you up later. I'm messing you up later.
You have full right to do that. You have full right to do that.
Sorry to interrupt.
You put some baking soda on the slime.
Thank you for the follow,
It'll dissolve it.
Koji. Like just outside your door and you have to put pants on.
Or you can just...
The other one.
Good job.
Any kind of base should counteract its soaps and whatnot.
Yeah. Or you can just go jump into the lake.
I would suggest against too strong of a base though. No bleach.
I do believe the Guildmaster's daughter would be quite angry if you did with slime in your hair.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi.
No, someone else has suggested it.
No, I kind of.
Lobby's a bit overpriced at the moment. Very much so.
So I was assuming that was what to happen, but definitely gonna need bacon.
Yeah.
So that I'm gonna get rid of it.
Okay. So everything's all set up for you then?
I did some paperwork. I sent the rest of the mail. Well, I got the knife started.
Gotta turn them up a little bit.
Why did you get a knife? Don't you?
Well, they was a scratch and sniff sticker, and then they did it, and they really liked it. But then they said, why did you put this on my goddamn mail? And I was just like, it was fun. I really enjoy it. I think it's pretty nice. And they were like, God fucking sake, you undead little shit. And then they threw the knife at me, and then I was like, can I keep this?
Where did I get a knife?
Well, they were now. I did deliver some mail, so just kind of, they didn't have a, for some reason, they didn't have a mailbox.
Okay, don't go there again. I think that's kind of sketch.
They told me,
I'll be right back.
they would bring a big...
Yeah,
I do
don't
believe
come back.
I will count that off of the...
What kind of creature, entity?
Give that route to something else.
I am a construct.
You got the tag Stardust now, so your application is approved, but I wasn't told it was approved. Does the tag mean I approve? You're approved? I'm not sure actually. I don't quite know how that process goes. Probably.
Majority of science by technicality.
I mean, I would assume that Chibi will probably talk to you after session, but if not, you can message them.
Interesting.
Your phone just screamed at you saying your charging port is moist, so I can't charge it.
Look forward to seeing what you get.
I don't think I've ever had that happen.
You will be severely disappointed.
Did you get your charger port moist for some reason?
Maybe an advanced goal. But my world did not know how to properly utilize the materials they had, and didn't understand the fluid that made up my, I suppose, race is the correct term, as there is multiple of them.
Very well.
Hi, bye.
I guess you will be finding your own improvements here then.
That's the weird thing. I don't know. Maybe the charging port somehow got a little damp.
That one. That one is the symbol.
I just wipe things down and try again.
Let's hope that doesn't come to pass.
It's the logo for our store.
My main purpose as a golem is to protect creatures.
Like you can charge it wirelessly. Fair.
Unfortunately, I'm already coming across errors in that program.
How you doing?
Ah man, it is good to sit. I'll tell you that.
Alright, this
Are the undead who can speak, talk, and
That's
feel
good.
considered a living creature?
It's better than not doing alright.
encounter.
We use rice to fix the moistness.
Oh.
Rice is supposed to be
That would
pretty good
up
for
your
it.
interpretation.
What ho?
But for now, I can inform you though. Any member of the Stardust
But that's if like you actually like got your shit dunked in water.
Where are they now?
That's the assumption I am currently going off of.
They were running off somewhere there. This idea shove us away.
Oh no, Cassandra too,
What did
like
they
you.
They shoved you.
As we were through, yeah, they literally shoved me for no reason. I hadn't done anything.
Did they apologize?
No.
I do believe I had misheard button earlier.
She's completely slamming her head.
What did you miss here?
My system came back with hearing
Was it
veil,
Cassandra?
but I do believe they
Maybe having the AC running got the humidity running high. That's possible.
Are they the blue haired?
Male, yes.
They have blue hair and like all blue and gold armor.
I understand the meaning of male. My system had just popped
Yeah, they're
up a
one
check
man
when I
prisoners,
heard,
yes,
when I
correct.
had misinterpreted the word as bail would imply criminal, which would mean buttons would go high on a list of individuals who might endanger the guild. But as it was male, I have changed.
You know what Sarah is?
She said she was gonna
It takes 2
arrive
seconds.
shortly. She's giving some.
Understandable.
So
Means.
say
Come here.
what left.
Come here. Cassandra, please come here. Is this the person that shoved you?
She grabbed my shoulder when I told her to leave me alone. I told
Is
her
that a
once,
reason to
and
shove
then
somebody?
Yeah, kinda.
if they grab you without your consent, yes.
You can easily remove yourself from the situation. You do not need to shove or harm somebody.
She didn't fall.
Clearly, they've taken this in a personal way.
So let her take it in a personal way.
It's like the most 6-year-old conversation I have ever heard.
Are you okay now?
I suppose.
Okay.
Perhaps hold off for the time being on talking.
I'll check in with her later. Figure out what happened.
It's like,
He appears to have been having a hard
what is a toddler RP?
You seems to have been put in.
I'll look after her.
Thank you.
Literally kindergarten stuff.
You have that.
Okay. I want to find that slime. I'm gonna find that slime. I'm gonna go look. I think here. I'm not giving up.
Is it still here?
I don't know. I don't know if it's still here. I'm just saying, I think it's really rare that there was a translucent slime here in the area.
Ooh, was pretty interesting.
So I want to find it.
Are those type of signs common in this area?
Got a little bit left. Want to bite a potato?
No.
This is the first time we have seen slimes here, but perhaps not so unusual.
They're not that uncommon. They're practically harmless.
This is true, but they can certainly get in the way and make things a little bit more sticky than necessary.
I suppose.
So what happens with people with nothing to do? Pretty much. I mean, it's gonna take a while for people to get settled into this RP, and for actual plot lines to start developing. Certainly, going on missions are gonna help.
Quiet night at least, for the most part.
Yeah, aside from the racing frogs, perhaps. But this is not a bad thing.
I also know that later on there's gonna be a little training exercise for those that want.
Romandus, we will certainly attend and watch if nothing else, depending on what the exercise is.
All I know, it's most likely gonna take place in that pit.
We hope it is not a battle royale, but
I have
Very
no
good.
idea exactly what Mother has planned. She said she was planning something.
This is quite a treat to it. We will have then. The master of the guild, being the master of the guild. Missions will get storylines going. Yeah.
At least some quests have now gotten out.
Very true. We have our
I
eyes
think-
on some of them. We have not signed up yet,
Which
but perhaps.
Which one?
We're perhaps looking at the one with the sun, but well, perhaps whichever one is lacking the magical personnel might be one we wish to sign up for.
Mhm.
Although it is seemingly the most dangerous of all of them.
Well, most dangerous, but most likely is the one that's in the Shadowfell.
Perhaps you're not incorrect. Yeah, but we have no experience in the Shadowfell, and as such, we could not make such a claim.
Mhm.
Well, we will keep our eye on it. We must also refine some of our abilities a little bit more before we are able to accurately portray them, if you are understanding.
Mhm. I heard also that there were some talks about one that hasn't been posted yet, though. Some talks about going out in a wasteland and investigating.
Perhaps. Do you happen to know the timeline for some of these quests? Will they be taking place sooner or later?
I have no idea when it comes to. Yeah. Like you said, it depends about the quest.
Very good. Well, we will keep ourselves appraised on the goings on, and when we are feeling sure of ourselves, we will attend a few for sure. That is why we are here, after all.
Oh, everybody's here.
Find your foot perhaps seems to be a little bit crunched.
Did you get your 5 gold?
Not yet. Haven't seen Sarah. Saving the last fight for her.
Oh, you didn't see the slime with the 5 gold. Okay, thank goodness, you fucker.
Wait, what?
What? Haha, you didn't get your reward!
Is it the blue one? Because I think I killed that one.
The gold.
Hey, Carrot?
There was... Yeah, there were 2 of them, so I don't know which one. What?
That was my subtle way of saying I don't have my particle stuff ready.
You fucker!
Yeah, I heard Mother mentioning something that a slime won the game.
I need to
Oh, the slime won the game!
Wild slime. A wild
Oh well, it happens.
What game was this?
Eat a potato.
Win 5 gold.
Oh well.
You see?
It was mentioned in the group chat on the Discord.
We see? We were not paying attention to quite enough, but perhaps next time we will.
I threw my device to the lake, don't worry about it.
Perhaps
They keep taking
retrieve
pictures
it.
of... Look, they keep taking pictures of me.
Scandalous.
Lewd.
Scandalous indeed. I know.
Another feeling working on your
So
guys' weapon?
Your pictures are...
Yeah, I gotta get the project file from the person who made the
Probably,
model,
they're
but
probably selling it in the only carrots.
they haven't
Stop now. I'm
answered
like,
me
oh,
yet. So
some-
I was hoping that they'd be able to work on particle stuff, but they're like super busy. So I'm just requesting the file so I can work on it.
I think he's confused.
Maybe.
We wonder how many times one must die before there is some sort of adverse effect.
I feel like being a potato is already an adverse effect enough.
The doll believes Mr. Carrot is a spirit that inhabits potatoes. Only Guildmaster Sarah approved potatoes, however.
So is
So
the spirit
please do not purposely exhaust the potato supply.
is the spirit restricted to potatoes because of the type of spirit, or is it because it was
Unknown.
told to only be in the potato?
The doll has not inquired of that yet.
I suppose you'd have to ask the potato itself. I don't know very much about it myself.
Although we fail to see why a spirit would choose only potatoes, but well, there is all types.
Yeah, regardless, it inhabits the potatoes all the same.
Out of the curiosity, how much potatoes do we have in the storehouse?
Many, many, many potatoes. I don't have an exact count, but it's somewhere in the neighborhood of perhaps 50 pounds in total.
That is quite a lot of
At least in the one
potatoes.
sack.
Yeah.
Yes.
But,
There are
what
many opportunities to survive.
Tends to die
The doll
a
wishes
lot.
to inquire.
And go up and
The
check up what
wallflower
the mother's
quest.
up to.
You have signed up for it, correct?
Yeah, that reminds me. We will be having a bit of training available for all of you
The
soon,
doll has
once
also
the guildmaster arrives.
Perhaps a gathering
Oh.
of those that intend to go on it, and discussion of potential strategy and group
Always a
leadership
good idea.
structure.
Is it just me, or did that
That'd be a good
person
idea.
not appear correctly for
Currently,
I can follow orders, but I don't think
I
it's
do squint my eyes.
doll,
Even though squinting that didn't work, apparently.
Perhaps someone should let them know that they are not who they appear to be.
Yes.
Your avatar's broken.
Your avatar's broken, Sifis.
Sophia and Hunter are the only one currently missing.
Yeah. Like I said,
Well,
I'll
it
listen to your
looks
given-
like it is a revenge of the
much
slime.
Much of a commander. That was always Pop's job. Or Mom when she.
Still learning right now, running into every issue every time I
Sandra
try
can
something,
take
spend
care of
hours figuring it out. Just
herself.
so simple, but I'm slowly getting there. I mean, that's how it goes.
Given the doll's
I can, I've learned a lot in
whatnot, it is
in
unlikely
Unity.
it will serve as a
Nothing in
good
Blender. I'm not
leader.
touching Blender.
Advisor, but not leader.
If you want some good tutorials, I believe the ones that I worked off of was God, I think the guy's name was Sipbox or something like that.
Unknown.
They had some pretty good tutorials.
He went over that way.
A lot of good 3.0 tutorials about how to attach stuff and how to program it and everything.
probably wants me to
Keep running
chase
texture issues in Blender. Gotta figure out how to add items to model in Unity. Yeah. Look up Sipbox. I think that was his name. I'll message it to you at some post RP if I can find it. But they had a pretty good series on 3.0 and how it all works.
Take care, doll. So it seems
The
like my
dog will
plan did
be
work.
in
I'm
the
happy.
library upstairs. And
Blender is
if
great. Sure.
Contact is required. Please do use the chat room.
I will. As well, though.
Okay.
Perhaps before the door rests, however, there could be an attempt at the group meeting.
Because Cassandra went off chasing another slime.
It seems Hunter is the only one.
Having
left.
issues finding good tutorials that don't conflict with each other. Yeah, understandable.
The doll would have to rely on you to gather people there.
Who am I gathering?
Eden, who has run off that way. Sophia.
Okay.
He believes Cassandra is in that general
Cassandra.
direction as well.
Lastrina, yourself, and the doll.
Yeah.
I'll go find Eden and Cassandra.
You look
You look for Lastrina? Have a meet up to talk about the wallflower stuff.
Relaxation.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
Yeah. It's a relaxing
The
night.
doll
where
will
should we
be
meet
in
up?
the guild hall.
Guild Hall? Alright. Well,
We're over there by the tree. Oh, okay.
Oh, I saw that. Another slime.
It is the translucent one. Perhaps someone should go to the Aurora.
He wants us to follow it.
It is an invisible slime, yeah.
As well as nothing more than just a bit of playful activity.
Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly what it wants.
Who knows? Oh, no reveal and stuff. And let's go.
Curious?
I'm going to go prepare everyone for training, should they wish to participate.
Very good. We will wait around this area.
Even if you go invisible. My eyesight is rather special.
And what do you see with your special eyes?
I can see its outline even with my glasses on since the Feywild is rich in mana. Everything is the mana. Every living creature here shows up as an outline to their body.
Curious? We wonder how you see us then, since we are not just one.
You're more like a solid color to me.
Understandable. Then what color?
Of your many organisms gathered together pretty much makes the outline into a solid color.
This is makes sense.
And Tina's hiding right here.
Buttons, go around. Go around, Buttons, go around. Go around.
Do you want some baking soda?
I don't give slime baking soda. Hold on. I have food.
Joking.
I mean, good luck learning, Chara. Especially Blender, man, I can't help you with that shit. I installed Blender once. Tried to do something with it in it, failed miserably, made everything worse, and then I uninstalled Blender. I was trying to fix some like weird bone issue because I just needed to like adjust one thing, and I had like this tutorial of like, okay, try doing this because this might be wrong. So I did that, and it broke things even worse. So I was just like, all right, I'm good. I'm gonna just pay other people to do things in Blender. Unity I enjoy a little bit more. It makes a little bit more sense to me. Although it still has its, you know, problems. You had troubles with Blender too? Are we speaking about modeling pan? Yep. You had trouble with Blender, your best friend uses it and loves it though. Dude, here's the thing. If you're good in Blender, congratulations. You have a job that can pay you your bills for the rest of your life. Like, I mean, that's seriously what it is. And it's actually, I find it really amusing that, in some ways, VRChat has raised this, like, generation of people who can, if they wanted to, they could probably find pretty good jobs of modeling in Blender.
The other slime though.
Find it now. Hopefully I should be able to find it.
And this one's a different one.
This is the one that I was looking for. It's still here.
If anybody has done minus accessories, weapons, and particles, I swear there's wizards of modeling. Hell yeah. The problem is that people who work only in VR don't make actually any money because people in VR do not have any money. Like, it really, like, making a living off of avatar commissions is kind of hard. Because so, realistically speaking, a from-scratch model should start anywhere from 800 to 1,000. I would say that most people who are in VR, especially VRChat, don't really have that much money to spend. So, usually, you know, that gets lowered to a couple hundred to, you know, somewhere from 2 to 500, and people are a little bit more willing to put that down. But then that means that you can't, like, you're making, like, for the amount of work that it takes as a modeler, you're making extremely little. So it's like, you can't charge more because you'll price yourself out of having a job, but charging less means you just don't make that much money, right? What's up, FaZe? From scratch, yeah, I watch a friend make scratch for himself. I'm never doing it. Yep. You include concept and reference sheet? Not really. I meant just the modeling part of it. For the price, I mean. If you're trying to make like a full artwork of it, just to have the full reference, that's another multiple $100 there. So like before what you are supposed to spend of multiple hundreds of dollars, you've already spent multiple hundreds of dollars. If they got into game making, and it's not just game making though, it's a lot of other
Find
stuff.
everything amusing, Doctor?
Perhaps not amusing, rather fascinating. Watching others interact with the things that they are well, not used to.
Accidentally break something that's
Hmm.
kind of, yeah, just saying.
I wonder what this group's gonna try to do.
She lights her.
I mean, I would say that that's not quite true. I've had multiple models done without full reference sheet.
And then she snaps her fingers and it changes to lightning. An elemental mage. That's where I fit in. I'm not gonna hurt.
Model work, many places needed, especially as basically everything's going online one way or from. Yep. But that's why I find it fascinating that you know, VRChat is raising definitely a generation of people who are going to be good at Blender, good at Unity stuff.
I also learned how to do medium range magic.
Like, you're actually learning real life skills.
I can get it about that crystal.
If you wish to translate it. And, you know, make it a job.
I guess I'll be next then. I don't have anything as fancy as magic, but I'm trained in key, so just put me on the front lines and I'll be able to hold the line. I also got a sword and a bow I put away. The bow I'm not too good at, but let me get in close at least.
Guess they're showing off their capabilities.
We believe this is one of the groups for one of the missions.
Hold on, I gotta go do things. Wherever I place my key,
they are
part of my body's enhanced.
letting others know
Ken's all
what they
here.
do.
But none
Yeah,
of
feel
this
free to join us.
protecting the insides.
Hold on.
Helps protect against poisons and stuff. Otherwise, it's basically improving my sight, strength, endurance.
Yeah, look, Frankenstein is always easier, right?
Pretty much.
But I've had two models made where I gave them not a full reference sheet, but just an image of, you know, a drawing of one of them, not like, you know, full poses or anything.
I think I almost signed up for that mission. Then I saw there was a more pressing matter than I think would have been more beneficial if I joined in. Oh.
Hey, that's good.
Curious?
Oh, that's a sizable barrier.
What the fuck
Oh, I have so many voices in my head today.
Thankfully, you know, I found a couple of pretty talented makers who were able to make stuff from scratch, just based off an image, not.
Sorry about that.
You wanna help me test it?
Uh,
Alright. Grab the potato.
yeah, some pretty good model makers who are able to just make things off of an image.
Where's Sarah?
Full speed.
No, I haven't seen Sarah at all.
How should she be here eventually?
Oh, well,
Having full things and changing it, put on them, putting a yeah. Frankensteining is way easier to do.
I think he smashed himself into the barrier.
I need to relearn 3D via Blender. I need to figure out Unity somehow. I definitely learned Unity. Well, I learned more of Unity than Blender. Which I hope I remember, because I'm going to need to be doing some stuff myself for a couple of characters soon.
Hey, Cassandra's supervising this group for the mission.
This kid should normally train.
We are not where?
I don't know who they've appointed.
I'm sure everything will be fine.
What were you guys
It's supposed to be a low-ranked mission anyway.
You'll be fine.
Bad, I assure you.
You look pretty covered in slime.
I can spend 5 to 7 hours to figure out material separation textures using wrong texture box apparently. Fun. Teachers in 3D school taught me Unreal instead, which is not a bad thing to know, Syphanos. There's some problems with Unity as of today. They kind of decided to partner with a company who is best known for injecting malware into systems. So Unity is in a little bit of a weird place right now.
Speaking of the Guildmaster, she just arrived.
Very handy. Though, hopefully this quest will go without.
So that's a little worrying.
Of course, I'm always here. Why, what's up?
Okay.
It's apparently strictly for advertisement purposes.
Oh, good.
Just arrived.
Which is even worse, because now, like, Unity is going to be synonymous with intrusive advertising.
Hey, Sarah.
I don't know, man. It's some weird shit going down.
If I have to, I will go
Oh, in the pit?
and buy clothes.
Get in the pit. Get in the pit. Get in the pit. Get in the pit. She wants
Very
us in the
good.
pit for some reason. Reagan had to show off and actually jump in the pit. It can detect at short range magical items and...
Okay, I'm not doing that again.
Did you not learn the lesson from the little girl?
I think I have mostly everyone here.
Now, usually I could jump that height. Just forget to bend my knees.
So, I would like to make a quick little announcement. I would suggest that with the quest coming in, that we start combat training.
I mean, Unreal is a pretty good
For
program
the
to
people
learn.
who are ready, I would definitely prepare because we do have a special guest who will be arriving soon. So I would suggest sparring or whatever you wish to prepare yourself if you do want to fight him.
No.
Understood.
Know how to fight.
Yeah, this should be interesting.
The other thing I would suggest... The other thing I would suggest is maybe think about making small teams, because you might need it.
Want to be my teammate, huh?
Anyways, with that being said,
Wanna be my
you are
teammate?
free to go. Aurora.
Not.
I need to speak to you in my office if you don't mind.
Shit, I'm in trouble with the
Sophia,
principal, guys.
do you
Okay,
wanna
I
be
gotta
my
go.
Good luck.
Have fun, kids.
I'm gonna guess.
Too long
Alright,
range
let me go get my
combatants?
things, I'll be
Well,
right back.
medium range, long range.
Gonna guess
Drake
Ion's
has
showing
already
up.
heard this, so the doll will recap briefly. It can see through mana, but only at short range.
Not many people are combat capable in
The
the guild anyway.
will transcribe written text into
We are
way
able
the doll
to
can see, as well as
do a little
keep
bit
said
of
text on its body. Other than that, the doll has
Like
very
so?
little in terms of.
But it
unique
is not reliable in the long run.
So in case we need to see something
Hmm.
in mana, you'd be useful for that.
I've seen cane swords.
Also, I'd recommend you be careful of me.
Yes.
I can actually be, if I'm actually using my mana, be a little
If I see
low.
one in my travels, I'll
I have a lot of mana.
pick one up for you.
Body.
Yeah, we have been working on the way to sharpen and make a little bit more dangerous. But
However,
well,
as you said, it will be cautious. as
creating
the
new
reacts will be
forms
similar
is
to a flashbang.
a little bit
The
difficult
doll's sight
to
work
do in long
similar
run.
to detect magic. However, a current
We will
lesser
master it
form.
sooner or later.
The doll can only determine strength, size, shape,
Understood?
and distance. The type
Well, we better
and its
go back
current
upstairs
place of
in case people start sparring.
or unable to
Maybe suggest you'll steel yourselves for incoming training.
Perhaps Reagan and myself will be on hand to cover any injuries which may
Only
occur.
impressive because of Theo, and I have the ability to use a lot more than a normal human probably could in mana source. That's probably why I'm more impressive than most with my magic. That's also why I just chose
no one kills someone.
The Taros on the updated IDK 3D model 3DS Max system with Maya and the entire industry uses. Gotcha. I was a combat trainer for many things in the past, so it makes sense. Yeah, Ion actually showed up a couple of times at.
I'm just gonna watch. Don't burn anyone too
at
badly.
Pathfinder as well.
I will try not to. But I
Got
can't,
my eyes on you.
You know I can't make any promises. I will try my best.
should it be required, do not hesitate to use the track room to contact it.
Actually,
Well,
She does.
it is why perhaps we will be ready for a little bit of the healing of the personnel.
I don't want Buttons getting hurt.
We hope none get too injured.
Cassandra keeps insisting that she's been getting better, so.
She has.
Yes, and I'm
She
not
has.
doubting you. I'm not saying I'm doubting you.
Sounds
I'm
like
You'll just have to.
No.
You just have to show everyone.
I'm saying.
I know she's
We're
coming
sitting
up.
Pathfinders, yes, used to watch it. Yep.
I'm saying it as a form of. I'm saying it as a form of reassurance.
I'm just guessing that that's why. I was guessing that that's why Chibi grabbed Aurora away.
Have to worry about that.
Because Jay plays both of them, right? So.
Hey, Reagan, you want to hear something actually good that happened? I actually got surprised
Yes.
by Vaughn here and did not light up. Not even, well, a little bit, but not like to the point where it used to be. I actually only baked my apple that I was eating for the breakfast this morning.
That's good to hear.
And it tasted delicious, by the way.
She was in the library and none of the books got on fire, so.
That's not good to hear.
I had my hand away from the bookshelf when he surprised me. I was actually in the door frame.
Be careful with the books.
I will. I have been very careful.
Cassandra, we believe Buttons is calling for you.
Oh, you are needed in the pit.
Yes, yes, yes.
Gonna be on our team? Or do you have
She's kind of adorable in a way, is she not?
That's why she's my.
God damn!
Just let me walk away before you talk behind my back! Damn it! I wouldn't mind!
What? Talk about your back?
She has pretty back.
But
Breaking!
to the point.
You're interested in me, but not now!
Wow, someone is very confident.
Are you tree planning to fight as well, or are you?
Oh, I do find her kind of interesting. I'm not sure.
We are the medical. We will assist if there are injuries.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'd rather you buttons stay within her barrier so I can't hurt either of you. I'm probably knowing
But it might be a good idea to
knowing
train
Sarah,
at
she would have
some
brought somebody
point
that's
in
actually
combat with a
decently
group.
strong. So
We are
I know
developing
she's
some
very out of character.
methods, but
so this is
they are not quite ready yet.
But I am not ranged, so I cannot assist to being so far away. And you need to learn how to work together, you forehead.
Out of character, do we need combat models to do this, or are we fine with just normal models?
If you have one.
If you have one, it'd be recommended, yeah.
I don't have one. I just got this off a random VRChat world. I'm not good at making avatars because I haven't even tried yet.
Is there any
Description RP is then.
version of that bigger shield once it buttons? Just enough to protect her from the fire.
Cranks his belt, preparing for the final rider kick.
May I ask that
So me and Butt.
you three follow me a moment?
Wait,
Okay.
wait, what did she just say? Did I hear that right?
I missed it.
Yeah, we were not paying as close attention either. Who is the guest of honor?
I'm not gonna recommend that.
We don't know, actually. I have not met them.
A couple missions by John.
I mean, you want to know out of character?
And we were wondering in the character, out of character, we have a good idea considering who was asked to go to the principal's office.
Yeah.
It appears to be quite a lengthy conversation. I do hope everything's alright.
I'm done. I need a second.
She overheating already.
And off she goes.
Easily what is the word? Flustered?
I see.
That seems to have.
This was more of a question than a statement. We were merely observing.
I can't tell with you. Sorry.
Oh, cause I just thought crook him out. You got bad mentality.
I just needed a second.
Yeah, we hope we did not offend. I do wonder what's taking so long.
But I know what I meant by that was I know that we're probably knowing Sarah, we're not probably going to be able to easily defeat them. This is a learning experience. Yeah.
I was reminded of similar things where my past were taking place with I'd fight strong people.
So the things that I need for this character, just so you know, while we got a little bit, I'll spin it to you guys. One, so the cane will turn into more of a sword-looking thing. Two, we're gonna be able to put down about I would say about a 10-foot
a single target. I should get
diameter.
abilities and such, and then you will.
Oh, what the fuck? It's fucking Curry.
True. True.
All right. Love this fucked up creepy guy. It's not creepy. What's up, Hot Beef?
I didn't mean it in that way. I meant to get your attention.
But basically, we're gonna be able to put down about a
That be the person.
you know, a pretty sizable field.
I don't recall seeing them
From
before.
underneath you. I learned that from
Mm. I see.
That blows.
And that'll be something that slows.
Yeah, apparently she blew me.
They're suggesting.
That's curious person.
But
Based
basically,
on the
it'll be a
aura, I can-
field
the mana I
with
can
like a bunch of. I think I
perceive.
kind of explained this, but it'll be like a
It's
bunch
not
of
an ordinary person,
tentacly
that's
looking
for sure.
things that will essentially slow
Does it also give you a
enemies.
measure of their strength?
Kind of grab at them. It'll make them have to focus on getting rid of the tendrils off them in order to move out of there. And while they're in that field, I will have the ability to get up and start just essentially crushing them to death.
feeling
Like
that the,
literally walk up and just hug and
I
crush.
like to say jackpot a lot. Maybe I have a penchant for pizza.
So those are the two main things that I need to put on this character. And then we're gonna have some like tendrily stuff coming out of the hands that'll represent the healing aspects.
He's definitely
Where
strong. That's
we,
for sure.
we literally reach into any cuts, breaks, whatever we reach into
Does your
and
mana
fix.
sense also give you a
And
gauge of how
it is
strong
extremely
someone
painful, but very effective.
Usually, the brighter the outline is.
It's like
the
literally
more
like if you break a
they're even
bone,
overlapping the outline.
this guy can go in,
So on a scale from 1 to 10, how busy
refuse
do you
it
think
essentially, leaves without a scar or any trace, but the actual process, pretty fucking painful.
He's fairly strong, and I don't see. Not a lot of people can match up to him, from what I can tell.
They do appear rather formidable, perhaps a little bit too strong for, well, we shall see.
Well, here's hoping he knows how to hold back.
Hopefully.
This is true.
If I am destroyed, then we know he does not know and should probably not be allowed to fight the others.
This is correct, but we hope it does not go that far.
Oh, I should also mention, should any of the constructs be damaged, I am capable of casting mending, so that might help at least a bit.
Yeah, we
That's good to
were
know.
just considering such thing earlier today for these constructs. We do not believe either myself or ourselves or Reagan can do much to help. So either a mechanic or someone with your magic is good to have.
Yeah, we'll be depending on you for the constructs then.
It's effective. I'm fine with that. Healing pain is temporary. Bad injuries are. Yep. But like it is like the worse the injury, the more painful it is. So there is a world in which the wound is so bad that you die of shock while it's getting fixed. You know. So hopefully, like.
Guest has arrived today.
Yeah, and that would probably be a roll.
Would you like to make it yourself?
Grabs
The
the jerky.
introduction.
Jeez, even faces away from us as if he's.
Oh shit, here we go.
All I say is good luck, everyone.
Yep. Try not to
Oh,
die.
I'm just watching. I'm watching from a safe distance. Good luck, all of you.
You might want to go up there where Reagan is. Might be
Oh, no, I'm
safer.
fine. I'm fine.
All right. So first things first. How do, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Curry. I'm a bounty hunter. I hunt bad people, specifically those that are trying to destroy the world and things. I've been around the block when it comes to fighting, so I hope that you will appreciate all that I have to teach you tonight. Excellent. I believe introductions are out of the way. Send them in when you're ready. Let's have fun.
So who would like to go first? Or would you like to send a team first?
I am fine with going first.
Sarah 17.
I said that solo people can go. I just said teams were recommended.
Curry's gonna have an interesting time fighting someone without VR.
As well. Hit him with that big attack first.
Plus his own.
Apologies, you three, but remember the plan.
Well, if you're not into fighting.
If you would like to go solo, I do not mind.
You three, I shall be going first. Please take note of whatever he does, whatever abilities he has.
I'll remember you.
I don't know how Curry's gonna handle this.
I don't want to be ripped apart.
I'm actually really curious how he's gonna handle someone who doesn't
first
have
customer.
VR.
Could you repeat that?
First fighter.
First customer.
Yep, here we go.
What's a bounty hunter?
Somebody who goes
I believe.
after bad people.
That's what he said, yes.
But they are usually in it for the money. It is what we have heard for most part.
Although he's kind of familiar, I believe I met someone similar to him.
So,
But
I guess we'll see.
Hmm.
I also give you 5 minutes in total. For solo.
I met a female similar to him. Was visiting the Pathfinder Guild last time.
Your biggest met water thing is. I'll follow
I
in
think
right
she
after
kicked
and
our ass.
Yes, I saw that.
Especially mine.
Nope. He got thrown off.
Ah, description RP, the best RP. I was actually an RP for a while that very much did like a. It was almost turn-based. It was like I describe what I do, you describe what you do, I describe what I do, you
There's
describe
some
what you
relies
do.
on partners.
Some rely on partners, but
It's definitely a way of
if you had a
counteracting
partner,
the
why aren't they here with him?
the latency
No, this one.
in
is
VRChat
definitely
combat.
Strong.
I think the
But,
way to defeat him wouldn't be through combat prowess.
Besides,
Oh,
he
no, I beat him through
this
combat.
one said that he wanted to
You just wouldn't
face
see it
him
coming. It
alone.
wouldn't be fair. I appreciate
But
it.
it's kind of an anticlimactic fight style. It also makes things take for fucking ever. When there's like, you know, like 20 people fighting in a crowd and everybody's trying to describe what they're doing to each other. Oh, it takes fucking forever.
Oh damn. Yeah.
Well, that just
Oh
happened.
no. That
Nope.
just happened. Oh no. I don't. It's an epic fight. Wait, give me a sec. I need some epic music to go with this.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say there's a lack of epic music right now. I really do need that.
Find some.
Just start stretching her arms and legs.
Some calming
That's really
music.
battle for
Just
the
kind
ages.
of.
Remember what you learned.
Example
Chill
of
out.
time for
Remember what you
Air can defeat even the greatest
get
enemy.
your ass handed to you by
Yeah.
There we go. Fantastic.
You'll be fine.
What's going on in there? I have no fucking clue. They're just kind of standing around like.
I know.
It's still money.
Just psyching myself. I'm just psyching myself up.
Just do what you can.
I'm gonna actually try very close range fire magic, no blast this time. See if what Anar taught me works.
I've been thinking of whether or not
I mean, try your hardest.
this character could heal burns.
Just don't overexert yourself.
If I do, I do at this point. It's
And I think I'm coming up to with the realization that probably not.
pet, pet, pet. Skirt, skirt, skirt.
At least not at the start. Maybe we learn how to do that at some point. But like,
Moving at the speed of
Oh my god.
but like,
barely keep up.
you know, like fixing like breaks, cuts, stuff like that. Probably even like internal injuries.
No, it wasn't.
Like I could definitely see that being a thing. But I feel like
Oh, there he goes.
There you go.
Oh, there he goes.
Well,
Eden lands up here.
Next up, whoever wishes to spar.
I would say that's a knockout.
Sure.
Ow!
Do I have to go?
You wish.
Alright.
Well, that fight's over.
Oh no, then I'm not gonna go. Oh, there it is. There's the.
That
thing.
fight's over.
Oh nope, that's Sarah. Never mind. I thought somebody was doing. I thought it was Reagan doing his
oh,
superhero.
they are still functional.
They laid it up here. Woof.
If I ever look
Like
like she
that.
does.
There's not much, but you can see that there is a wild discharge currently just going through.
Am I basic for ordering a pumpkin candle? Yes.
Yep. I don't think you're supposed to win, so try your best. That's all.
Yeah, but I just don't know if there would be a way that I could conceivably like
Weaknesses to help kind of compensate. So
heal bruises or heal burns and stuff like that.
Who would love to go next?
System roll complete. Stabilizing. System
Both of you?
Energy. Reaction.
Alright, come on in.
The discharge would dissipate.
You did recommend.
I'm still nervous.
Will you got it?
what are you nervous about?
So it's literally the character itself is a collective of microorganisms. Basically single-celled organisms that all are theoretically their own individual things, but when they are formed together as a whole, they have like intelligence and
I'll give you the
and your language and everything. So generally the way that the healing works is that it's almost, so think about it like every sci-fi and like nanobot bullshit.
They're
that you
putting
see.
up a decent fight.
Yeah, it takes a lot to hurt him.
It,
Not a lot.
the
Look how he's moving. He's so
he extends
so
himself
agile, like he moves all
into the wound
and, like,
and helps fuse it
you know,
back
guys with their time,
using
like,
himself.
Honestly, he's so cool. Don't tell him I said that though. It might boost his ego.
I'll totally tell him you said that.
Oh, I mean, you can.
Joking. I'm
You
joking.
can.
And closing wounds and mending flesh and bone and all of that.
Joking, Aurora.
Oh, this is all
It'd be able to stop bleeding.
I just don't think I want you to know.
Well, they're putting up a fight,
Yeah, I actually
but
planned his sister's
you can
wedding.
tell he's taking it easy on them.
Good to know. Planned and
That's
coordinated the whole
good. Perhaps we won't be needed after all.
That's where I met him for the first time. I threatened to beat his ass. If
Yeah,
he
we'll
left the
see.
wedding.
What would happen?
Don't bite him. Remember, don't bite people in general.
The water is rather fleshy. Oh, that looked like a hard swing. There are sure to be some bruises today.
Definitely.
You would not be able to move moisture into the wound or anything? I mean, technically, yeah, but like, he wouldn't be able to create his own.
Struggling against
Right? Like you'd be able to apply ointment to people.
He's doing sword.
Oh, it's serious now. Oh, he's going in. Oh, yeah. All right, let's go.
But, that still requires him to have an ointment on hand, which is fine.
I mean, like, okay, like, you know how, like...
But the big thing is, none of this is magical, right? Like, none of this is actually magical healing.
Like, you're threatened at
It is
all,
all...
like, you need your claws.
Oh,
That's when
somebody
things get
just got
serious.
stabbed.
Kind of like me when hunting.
Yeah, see, same thing.
Or me with Theo. If Theo were to come out, that's when we start getting serious.
There are sure to be some cuts and perhaps wounds among this. It is a good thing they are made of water, otherwise that would have hurt quite bad.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
True.
Woozy, I'm sorry.
You can add materials directly to a bird needed for it to heal, and materials to work it and putting it on wrapping. Oh yeah, no, like practical, but yeah, he knows practical medicine, right? Like that's something you learn about. It's just if he's only by himself with nothing else, no materials, there's nothing he could do for that. For burns, things like burns.
I do have things prepared just in case.
Bones don't stretch when they're that old.
Cut up, Tracy.
When they're that old. You know this.
Nanobots can heal burns, not sure how much control he's over their body and such. This is rather flashy.
Hmm.
See, right now, this is the melee one. And then next week we have someone who's going to be doing range.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm not gonna take it that far, Chara. I think what'll happen is, it'll hopefully I can get to that sort of position.
I think it's over.
Where do you wish for us to go and investigate the injuries?
Nope, Sarah's got him. Sarah's got him. Sarah's got him. Sarah's got him.
Power Sarah is good. Accomplished.
We did good.
Could not take moisture from other living things. Use that burn. I mean, maybe, but definitely not initially.
Don't get hit buttons. That's really all it is. Don't get hit.
What if I throw my arm at him?
No, he was going to grab somebody out of the
He might swing at it. I don't know if that's your best interest.
Let's move you over somewhere where it's not so much crowded.
Good night.
Let's step over here.
Good night.
And Hannah, are you alright?
So what's the nature of your injuries?
Bruises. Lots of bruises.
The bruising. No broken bones.
Everything goes over there?
I don't see any broken bones.
Are you injured?
Okay.
Took most of the impact.
Well, ready to rumble like apple crumble.
Don't have my specs here, but
Slice me a bit.
heal.
Oh, could you repeat that?
There goes your.
I fluxed for a second.
That's combatant.
Seems to manage to slash me a bit, though nothing
God, that was powerful.
injurious at least.
Alright, do you want to join us?
Is you require?
If you will.
Oh, I'm just here to watch.
You want?
You're actually taking on someone who's
I'll join later. I'll join later.
The soft green glow come from his hands. It's like a light cube.
I do not believe it's going to be later.
I do hope that this will.
Is everything fine here?
I'm okay. Okay.
We're good. We're good.
How's she doing?
Apparently there was a slicing of some, but they are being taken care of.
Is there anything else? Okay. No heavy blows, contusions.
up. 4 against 1.
Yeah, so think of it as like a. That's why they refer to
So 3
themselves
against
as
1.
we. They refer to themselves in plural because there's essentially. So the general gist behind this character is there are individual, essentially like cells
If I could do this weekly, that'd be great.
that by themselves are just, you know, essentially just single-celled organisms. They don't know anything. They don't think. They just exist. But when enough of them clump together, they're able to.
Cut some bruises. You took a rather heavy blow to the stomach. You'll need rest. That's all.
They are able to interact with each other, keep memories, learn things, so on and so forth.
Shot him with a heal spell.
And there are
So that should have taken care of anything.
potentially billions,
Serious?
millions to billions of these cells in this body.
He will still be feeling it though.
Yes. Miss Hannah did say that we should save our spells for the more grievous injuries, but once the training session has been concluded, I'll do a follow-up with her.
I doubt anyone's gonna be pushed you near that here, so I'm more
One of your potions are
I'm taking on more liberty in using my mana.
We are quite capable of treating wounds as well, as long as they are cuts and breaks and such.
Yes. And I have some there's some herbal remedies back in the infirmary as well.
Given that he uses a sword, I'm sure there will be plenty of the guts, so you can take the next one.
Of course, we do not want to wear ourselves out in such a training. Imagine since I haven't heard of one like him, it takes a long time and is unlikely for this kind of result to appear. Well, so basically what it is so all of these beings existed individually in a different, I'm going to call it plane. Different time, different space, different whatever you want to call it. And in that space, there was literally nothing. It was a vast void. There was absolutely nothing there. The only things that existed there were these individuals. And so they floated around and they would occasionally, like, you know, bump into each other. But because there was nothing to, no information to share. They just bumped into each other. And essentially what happens is, a rift opens, a bunch of these organisms get sucked into this world, and they are thrown all throughout the planet. Now they are naturally attracted to each other. So through thousands of years, they slowly gathered and came together to form, at that point, what was a cloud. And this cloud was able to start realizing that there are things, things exist. And it started to be able to remember and learn and so on and so forth, but it was still just a giant cloud. And so it would hover over, like, you know, medieval places as a fucking cloud. So it was like a sign of a bad omen for hundreds to thousands of years, as people were like, oh god, what is this weird dark cloud that's hovering over our village type of deal. And then eventually they start learning the existence of magic and how to use it, how to control it, and how to, mostly, the biggest part of all is how to use it to speak. Now, they still couldn't do too much because they were still a big giant cloud, and if a big giant cloud is trying to talk to you, you're generally kind of freaked out. So essentially they realized they were going to need a human form, and so they started to try to make one, but realized they couldn't quite keep it together. So they ended up, and they weren't able to talk normally, because, you know, there's no vocal cords, no lungs, and nothing. So eventually they find a hermit artificer who becomes actually communicates with them, isn't scared or anything. And eventually agrees to make the mask for them that you currently see. And that mask allows them to hold a shape, hold a form, and to have... so they are still technically speaking through magic, but the mask makes it look like they are speaking through... You know, you can see a mouth moving. And that tends to make people, you know, a lot less
What is this chauvinistic,
off-putting.
like, concept of what is manly and what is not manly? Like, I don't understand what happened.
Originally, they tried to have an actual face. They realized they couldn't make a face because they don't know... Like, they know the concept of emotions and what they mean and what they are supposed to look like, but it's like, it turned into like an uncanny valley type of thing where people could tell that this thing that's trying to make a smiley face looks unnatural. And so that's why they ended up going with this flat mask, because people actually accept it more than a real fake face. You would say and talk to it personally, but that's just me? Yeah, possibly, but, you know, you have to realize that, like, thinking about it from thousands of years ago, people were fucking superstitious as hell. And I think, you know, maybe a few people would have been like you, where they were curious enough to talk back. But societal pressures would eventually lead them to not continue to talking to them.
I'm gonna have you go for the ankles first.
So potentially this character is thousands of years old, but its current form is probably only 40-ish.
Don't know if he's gonna be able to power through that, but at least if we can take out his legs.
So the age of this character is about 40, but in reality, like, it's existed for a lot longer in a different form.
If we could take out his legs.
Most of the ones would be called witches as well. Yeah.
Spells of distraction.
And I mean, it saw that those who did take time to communicate with it and, you know, teach it and learn things from it at the same time, would eventually be hurt by the fact that they were helping them.
I don't want him spatially aware.
Magical artists had to advance enough to do what the mask can do. Yep. Well, and not so it had to be a perfect storm of magic had to advance far enough for that kind of thing to be created. There had to be somebody who was skilled enough to create this, to do exactly what he needs it to do, and for that person to not be, you know, be like, all right, well, pay me.
Don't keep that barrier
Oh,
up.
Jesus
Don't
Christ.
keep the barrier up.
no.
Don't keep the barrier up.
Well, there goes the barrier.
Cosmically.
Oh God.
So, that's kind of the backstory there.
That's actually really cool.
Now, and the way I'm doing it is to avoid from it being like, well, why can't you just shapeshift into any shape? It's because it's actually rather difficult. Learning a shape of how to keep that form takes a lot of time and practice for this entity.
How though? How do you make them happy?
Keep in mind that I can take one of you guys through my paint.
Oh, jeez. You don't even know the solution to
If anything, we can probably set up a back attack
No, I don't.
at one point. Just
The
look
only
for me
reason
to
that
go.
I'm here is because I learned.
Imagine if a cloud friend, that would be sick and an interesting story. How many times did he have to try to human form before he got it? I mean, it would have been the formation to end would have potentially been hundreds of years of able to keep a form that didn't fall apart. And everything on this character is him. The clothes are him. The cane is him.
Look after Buttons. She's undead. I'm not sure natural or divine-based magics would work on her.
Can repair without using magic spells. We use ourselves to get in the stitches, the bone, the flesh, and the skin.
I think we'll figure it out. Hold on. But I'm also a low sucker.
Then it's probably better if you look after Buttons, should it be necessary.
If they have a break or such, we can certainly do so.
How'd you down? She got hit by my. She got hit by me.
Yeah, like all of the clothing on him is him. Like every piece of him is him. He doesn't actually technically wear clothes because he can form it.
He didn't surprisingly hit me as much. Actually, I'm gonna go talk with him after.
Good enough to make my
That should be so you're fine.
Let alone one as prestigious
No.
pops and moms.
Yes.
No, go rest. Okay, sorry about that. I know, personal space.
Do you have any breaks or something to repair?
Oh, yay! I got something to repair. I just need to remove myself so I don't start sucking people's life stuff.
Right, okay, let's go. Give him a shout.
Is if you have break or such, we can also assist. We do not use magic spells for such a thing. We are merely fuse together.
It's understandable. I kind of need it. I don't really have a lot of ability to heal me. Normal healing doesn't work sometimes, so necromancy healing. If you have any meat on you or anything that I can use, then I don't mind.
This is not something we have, but well, perhaps there is something inside of the guild.
I think it'd be best to inquire with the guild master about that in that case.
Very good. Here, they
And like
are
no more.
down there for the moment. Perhaps we show you the kitchen and you take a look to see if there is anything usable.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll go grab some meat or something that I can use.
Good. Do you know the
You
way?
know what a meat is.
Yes, I know the way.
Very good then.
Thank you.
Leaf was the same, naked people. I didn't even realize that. Oh, Reagan actually got in there. This actually might be a semi-fair fight. These are definitely some of the more advanced people in the guild. Can you debrief a guild of how healers work? Because it seems that those Zyka people know how can heal who. Sure, yes. But I mean, like, to be fair, that's kind of natural, right? Like, everyone is new here. You know, it'll take us some time for everyone to understand how others work. So I think that can happen kind of just naturally. Oh shit. The fact that they have Reagan tanking is hilarious. Just need a healer's meeting for that. A proper meeting would be quickest method after someone injured or dangerous. Yep. Thunk.
Probably an old man in his 70s.
But I don't disagree. You know, that's something that will probably happen. It's actually interesting that this guy will be able to actually... Wait. Why is Misty Sachi and Sachi Misty? What the fuck? This is weird. So Misty is in Sachi's avatar, and Sachi is in Misty's avatar, and I'm confused. But other something that always happened to Chips, so someone got healed in the healing circle twice and died.
Might actually make a stalemate. Hasn't shown anything that can really do what seems like damage to paint.
That is odd. Went through the guild link and someone saw FNE rank, but I did see some C ranks to old members of the past guild. Yes. So Reagan should be a C. I believe Tank is a C. I think Lynn is a C. But yeah, basically anyone who was a returning member. Do you need the assistance, Regan?
I'm fine. I'm a bit roughed
Good.
up.
Very good.
We should be fine. Let me rest a bit.
the other quirks of this character, because they are just, you know, a bunch of collective. There's no bone, there's no blood, there's no flesh, no nothing.
Oh dear, the pit is for fighting, not fun.
You know, you can't conventionally hurt.
Excuse me, I'll have you know, I am a decent and wholesome individual.
You can't conventionally hurt this character. If you cut off like a limb, what it actually does is it impairs cognitive abilities. So movement would be slower, speech would be slurred, memory would be a problem because basically you are. It's essentially, think of this as a giant brain. And if you hurt the brain, you hurt the fucking abilities of moving. But like just plainly stabbing this character won't really do anything. Like you stab them and you pull out the knife, that's kind of whatever. Now if you stab them and you leave the knife in, that means that the movement is disrupted of the particles, so they will be. That's a method of hurting. But you know, then you have to leave your weapon.
Les got confused.
Common turn of phrase. In one fight, you have to feel what your opponent's about to do, how they act, how they move. Similar to dancing, you have to feel what your partner does, how they move. What's the proper spacing? Much the same in that sense.
So this is, dancing?
In a way you could describe it like that. They're different, however the similarities are striking, especially when it comes to footwork and spacing.
That is art. Dancing is an art. Combat is art.
Yes, there's another way you can interpret it.
Sounds confusing.
Many things are.
It takes practice.
Yes, students?
Buttons is gonna go and rest a little bit. I saw a random owl kind of fly around what it was.
I've never fought someone like
No, you go to the set.
Hey, grabs you.
Okay, I don't know about the owl. I don't know if it's the thingy my bomb or something.
Start talking, or you're gonna get pinned.
How are you doing, Sarah? I'm doing fine. So far I'm confused on your situation, but...
I'm still in, but sometimes have the voice, personation, emotions. Sometimes it's not as extreme as this, but sometimes it is, you know, just how it is. Especially since we're talking to someone who was close to Sachi, or going to. So I guess I brought out that emotion.
Win this fight. That's the only person I've ever fought. This is the only thing left.
Is he finally gonna start doing
You
stuff?
think I'd betray my comrades?
Possibly. Paint, fire, you know, dry it up.
Again, it looks like that one is almost completely defeated. It's more like a 2 at this point.
Should we drag him out of there?
I'm about to start the fight here soon.
Okay.
Alright, here goes.
And this is where I come. Alright. Alright.
Let's go wait by the entrance. Yeah.
what you want.
You're good.
Person?
So we require
bruised.
assistance.
A little bit of a strategy. How can you see all the whole deal?
Yeah.
What was going on with you?
I got some bruising, a lot.
The whole time.
He did pummel me. I'm just glad my
Otis had his ankles and his healed, but he's got cuts on his boots.
I'm just glad my coat was able to.
Let us get you to the infirmary and we shall treat some of your bruises.
Thank you.
Need healing magic?
Well, then your
I
fire's
can
out
do
of luck,
that
bud.
if need.
Should be fine. The doctor's here. Yeah, that and I'm curious on how his healing works.
Okay. We'll
We
leave it
believe
to
that
Thank you
you
for
may
offering
have
them.
a visitor.
Actually, it's your boots that are damaged. I can cast mending if you want.
We have
That-
some things to
let
talk
us
about.
move to the guild.
Yeah.
Okay.
Include training for
You want me to carry you? Because I can carry you over there real quick.
We were not aware your capabilities stretched so far. You are no mere doctor.
How ironic, the doctor is the one that needs the medical attention the most.
Oh, it happens a lot. You should see me back in my old guild.
Yeah, you mentioned something about being pancake.
Let us set you
Oh,
down
yes.
over here. No, then.
Everyone else seems to be fine. It's just you.
Yes, there is bruising and the cuts and the bruises.
So, multiple bruises on the torso, arms, sprained leg, some bruises on the face. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
So you'll see the hand form into like tendrils, essentially, and they just start like feeling out your like bruises. As it is seeming like there is no break.
That is an interesting sensation.
It's like cold as hell.
Oh.
There. So you'll feel an intense pain where your leg is sprained.
Yeah, that's a sprain, all right.
And it's gone. That was a little bit of worse. We repaired some damage. Rest of this is the. Well, we will put some
That was interesting.
bandages on, and you will be quite alright. Is there a cabinet of medical supplies somewhere, we assume?
I pretend it is. Let's say it's over here. In this corner, that there's a cabinet, because they didn't actually physically put one in.
Patch notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Wrapping the arm. Yeah. Perhaps next time take it a little bit easier.
Oh, I wish I could. Well, this is what happens when you're hitting against a weight class 10 times heavier than yours.
The bandage for the face.
Take it easy.
Yep. Little bit of the ointment. There you go.
Thank you, doctor.
The foot should be fine. Maybe little bit tender for a few days, but it will pass. The rest, well, that will heal naturally. Do not worry yourself too much. And we believe if it is too bad, you can heal yourself in a day or two.
Of course. Thank you. That was quite an interesting feeling and getting to see you firsthand on how you healed.
Yeah, we have been told it is quite rather painful in some cases, but we leave no trace.
Understandable. I think I'm ready to stand up.
Do take it a little bit easy. The repaired tendon will be little ginger for a while, but well, walking should not be too big of issue. Perhaps don't run for a day or two.
Understood. Thank you for your care.
Of course. Was there anybody else in the fight who needed the attention, or was that it?
I asked around. Nobody complained about anything. Seemed to be alright.
No, I think I soaked up most of the damage. I served as a distraction essentially for both Tina and
Oh, hold on, there's something. Do you see that as well, I imagine?
Yes.
There is something, but perhaps we will pretend that we do not see such things. It would be catastrophic if we were having to explain about it. There you are.
Hey, I just wanted to... Hi, I just wanted to check on my partner, make sure that his emotional damage wasn't too severe.
you two are both okay, right?
I mean, I'm okay. I'm always.
I essentially functioned as a shield for
I got thrown into
everyone.
a wall.
So
Actually, you should totally check me. You should totally check me out and make sure that I'm okay, because I got thrown into a wall. And I got kicked in the ribs. Actually, I should go beat Curry's ass for kicking me in the ribs.
What do you mean, Bolter? Are you talking about the sprain? I played it up a little bit.
Me, but I managed to recover.
I know a sprain doesn't have anything to do with tendons, but whatever. It's I was just playing it up.
Did you hit the wall backwards?
Yeah, I hit the wall backwards.
Very well.
But yes, I'm not a medical doctor.
That might bruise a bit. Looks swollen, but... If I press here, does that hurt?
I think I took most of the blows for everyone.
When it hurts, I'm just gonna slowly press on different spots, moving down.
I didn't know it was that durable.
Just to see if there's any particularly sore spots.
No, she's fine.
Okay.
For the most part. She's just a little bruised.
Well, I don't think you need to worry at all.
You sure? You sure I'm not dying? I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Well, if you want, we can play a little prank on Curry.
Did he even
hold on,
hit
yeah,
you?
we're gonna go mess with Curry. Hold on. I'm gonna go mess with Curry.
No, hold on. Hear me out. You stay in the medical bay. Stay in bed. Pretend it's severe. I'll let him know. See if he comes over. See what he thinks.
I just got here, so I have no idea. The ointment for bewilderment. Oh, the ointment was for bruising.
Alright, okay, you guys, you have to make this,
Just-
like, you have to play it up, like, super, super hard, okay? You guys gotta make it seem super severe. But don't, don't antagonize him. Just be like, you have to go see Aurora. It's so serious. You have to go make sure that Aurora is okay. I can't believe that you did what you did. It's too far. Like, you have to play it up.
Very well.
I assume you two have history then. Is there anything we could play off of?
Ointment was
I don't
for,
history,
you know,
but,
the
like, I think
multitudes
he's
of
stupid.
bruises and
So,
scrapes.
I think he's like one of those, like, types that's, like,
disinfectant,
really
coolant
attractive,
type of
but,
deal.
like he's got like maybe 5 brain cells, and all of those 5 brain cells are dedicated towards hitting things really hard.
Noted. I'll bring him over.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Hold on.
So Sharjik, they were so young. They had so much of their life ahead of them, and now perhaps you wish to go a little bit higher. Yeah, there you go.
Are we good? Yeah.
Perhaps a little bit higher. You're good now. I can give you a lesson on wild man medicine from time to time. Maybe. Mostly, I'm not going to be performing like everyday medical stuff. This guy's more just for breaks and like, you know, serious gashes and stuff like that. That's mostly what he's going to specialize in, is just fixing that sort of stuff. But maybe Walter, we'll see. I think most people don't give a flying fuck, so like, it just doesn't really matter.
Problematic. Alright, so we have a slight issue.
What happened?
Curry is currently a little preoccupied with
Was he like in the meeting or something?
Miss Lynn as
Was it Plague? That it was a Black Doctor? I mean, it's kind of based off that.
I think his name was Sachi.
Oh no, that's a.
If to do medical work as a character, was a scholar only knew first aid, and alchemy was not easy, as I don't want to use this potion to fix all sorts of deal. Yeah.
They all went off together, that they were to have a conversation. Seems like something I shouldn't disturb.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's toast.
So it might take a while to find him, but if you've got time.
It's okay. I'm over it. No, I'm over it. I'm gonna go ahead and do things. This is only funny if you showed up immediately. We'll play it up later. We'll play it up later. Don't worry. Okay.
Well, the prank will be done later. We assume there will be more chances.
Mm-hmm.
We're all part of the same guild. I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunity.
Just as a note, he's not actually a doctor.
Well, he's
like,
not part of the
I want to make that known. This character
yeah,
calls himself a doctor. He's not actually a doctor. He literally has no actual like medical school or anything. He's literally just does shit that he's like read in books.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. He's probably in a meeting or something. I don't know. A bunch of them went off with Sarah.
All right, have a good one, Bolter.
Is it?
Anyways,
all right.
I'm off.
Like basically, he would you know fix bones and stuff, and people called him a doctor. So he was like, all right, I guess I'm a doctor.
I want to pet them on that.
Wait, what does a doctor do?
Come here. Ignore my leg. My leg's probably gonna go do things.
I should really learn. I should really get a focus, huh? Instead of just using my arms.
Oh, like a doctor puts ointments on things and does bandages. Okay, we'll learn how to do that. But no, like actual formal training or anything.
Especially how I fight.
You can tell if, you know, a bone's broken or whatever, but...
Get a focus for me.
Especially the ones where it uses shotgun
And
cartridges.
here we go.
And will dye your
Done.
And will dye your hairy blonde.
Thank you.
Okay,
Hey,
no,
you're
we're
welcome.
not doing that. I'm not gonna
Enjoying.
cosplay
I have
that
Pompadour.
character. No.
Yeah, I will now become a chef with Pompadour hair. Alright. Roll out.
What do you think?
It'd be a shame to dye her hair. It's very pretty, isn't it?
Till the Sarah stomps on it again, and then it is.
My natural hair color is
We'll have to
this.
find a new
It's
potato.
fine. It doesn't take much paint to do it.
It
So
is
if I
very
have to do it
little
again,
after
I'll
all.
be okay.
Actually,
Mhm.
more like a almost platinum blonde.
So it's not like Mr.
Doesn't know surgery as much as he can physically can heal that. I'm afraid doctors would want to research him as a medical tool. Yeah, but like, also think of it like that's in our world. In this world, there's fucked up magic shit all over the place.
Oh, do you want me to dye your hair?
Oh no.
Make it a golden blonde.
So, like, yeah, maybe somebody would, but he's not like, you know, there's all sorts of weird beings and you know, fucked up magic. So, like, it would just be in the long list of like, yeah, maybe somebody would want to learn about that, but they put that in the laundry list of weird medical shit that people can do.
His eyes are sensitive.
Something from the past.
Yeah, I know, but his future's not that damn bright.
I
He needs to
know.
calm down.
She said something about. She said something about you picking on her in the past. As well. And it was
I mean, she's an easy target.
The metaverse is a wild place.
You know it's true.
Okay, so if you're, you know,
I wasn't gonna ask for any. It's just.
if you're a city hoodlum, you need to calm down.
That's such a good point.
He looks like one of those hoodlums that hangs out on the street. You know, the ones that like sing out, like hang out outside of convenience stores, and they have like the 40-ounce bottle. And they sit on the side of the street and they don't have anything going for their lives.
Gonna make me fish. Something fish.
What you looking at me there for? You don't spend much time.
No, I'm not looking at you. I'm just asking if you get the reference.
That's good.
Leave your
Okay,
first
it's fine.
Yeah, I've seen such individuals.
That's what you want to say. That's fine.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
So maybe I can
It's fine. I lived in a natural sanctuary on a demi-plane for 1,200 years. I have no clue.
It's okay.
I suppose.
Well, you have a lot of catching up to do, my friend.
Apparently.
It's like I was telling Dalton earlier. With my key, it's a matter of how I channel it and how well. So I guess if you find a more efficient way to use mana, your shield could improve.
Oh, so that was you.
Fucking birds, man. Fucking birds.
Sorry, I do that a lot. I always come in owl form because
I used to be able to do that as well.
I just need to know how to work.
You know, before I became what I am now, I was able.
Magic.
Oh. These are new people.
Hi there.
Hi, hi.
Someone new?
Goodness gracious. Where am I by chance?
Wait, who's there?
Stardust.
Know where this is going.
Hi, you're at the Stardust Guild.
Oh.
Assuming
I see.
people,
Okay.
I guess, get here unwittingly or unintentionally.
It was kind of willingly because I kind of was thinking of a place to go to, and this something along the lines. Although it came more out from that
Yeah, that's fine.
direction.
You know, people are invited.
Just
Don't worry about it.
Welcome nonetheless.
Yeah.
And I walked here. So I did learn something about that.
Is there a lake that direction? It kind of came more from the, again, like I said, that general direction. I was just more looking for places to go through.
Turns out I got lost in a fake forest. And I ended up here.
I got lost.
Master Curry's back.
Ah, it's the man of the hour.
Wanna know how well we did?
Well, you did to her.
Huh? What did I do?
Look at her. She's incapacitated.
We had training.
That sounds still living to me.
I can't believe you've done this.
Hey, I feel like I didn't touch you that whole fight, you know. I only like kicked you once.
She got tossed into a wall.
Well,
I don't know if
she's
crowding her
really...
is the option here.
What? No, Hey.
For the record,
I was only called here from a friend. Be quiet, horny person, I'm talking. Now, so as I was saying...
What?
Because he's got horns on his head. He's got horns on his head.
You meant literally.
Anywho.
Okay, but
Like I was saying.
maybe the person, instead of talking, like, I don't know,
good
maybe
point.
set them up.
Good point. Sorry. Hey, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you, okay? I was just called here because a friend... hello?
Oh no.
What is the guild? Maybe you should probably take him to the...
She definitely still has a pulse. She's also winking over. She's also winking at you.
Oh no.
Well, fix her, Doc.
Yeah, I'm
It's too late, Bonus. There's nothing you can do.
Damn, I said fix her, Doc, and the Doc died. Ain't that a bitch?
Try CPR.
The unfortunate thing is I'm undead. I cannot do CPR.
Nah, you can die alright. The temporal flux has something to say about that.
The flux always
Her,
takes
you
around.
do CPR.
Give her CPR? What do I look like? I can't just kiss someone. That's kissing, you know?
It's not a kiss. What's wrong with you?
You
It's a
look
medical
like
act.
somebody who has breath.
You have to do it.
It's a medical act? I didn't know that. Well, now I know it's a medical act. Wait. No, that's not Sachi. It's
Reagan, we need you here now.
Wait, why are you speaking?
Reagan, sure, I'm gonna need you here now.
Bonks Reagan on the head.
Of course.
Hey,
This
Doc,
is
just let me know if I
serious.
can do anything for her. Let me know
She
if
doesn't
I can
have
do anything
balls.
for her, Doc.
That is not good. The compression on the chest for heart beating.
I don't know what's wrong. You just need to breathe air into your lungs through the mouth. Come on.
He do not have the air. Corey, yes, breathe air into the lungs.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay.
Do it now. It is a matter of life and the death.
All right. I'll do it. Okay. All right.
You tilt her head back, pinch her nose.
Okay, tilt her
The hand
back.
on her chin.
Okay, and then. Okay, and now. Okay.
She's gonna kick you swiftly in the nuts.
That is a miracle.
That's what you get
They
for
are
slamming
alive
into the
again.
wall. Tragedy. Alright, now we need the medical professionals.
Did you get
They perhaps
I'm not touching
get
that.
the ice pack.
Ice pack.
You okay?
Perhaps.
Is he okay?
Reagan, do you want to do this, balls?
That is what you would call a nut cruncher.
What's a nut cruncher?
Where's Cassandra?
Do not worry about it. They will be fine. Perhaps some ice would do them good. Or a cold drink.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Okay, I hate that you're right.
My toast was fine.
But shut up. Oh.
Thank you for the lesson.
Nut crunch?
We don't know what the.
Do you want an ice pack?
No, I don't need an ice pack. I'll heal.
I'll have a good one, Serenico.
Oh, right.
How does the
So-
nut crunch?
So you did really good.
Nut crunch? Oh,
Work
it's
on the
really
barrier
easy.
thing a
Here,
little
so you
bit.
turn around.
Oh, my nuts.
Turn
You
around.
did great as
you
well.
face Curry directly.
Practice
Face
punching a
Curry
little
directly.
bit more.
Curry,
Become
Curry,
faster.
can you look at me really quickly?
I still have a little bit
I'm
of
in
illumination
pain.
left.
And then
is
you
it?
you
There's a
take your
sack
leg,
full of
you crack
ice.
it back, and you literally kick him as hard as you can in the nuts.
Okay, like this, and she does it. She repeats the same thing.
God damn it.
No, your technique's off. Your technique's off. I'll show you later.
No, stop it.
I can feel that.
We might need that bag of ice.
Yeah, we have no such a body part on ourselves, but for some reason, yeah, we feel the pain.
Use it.
Yeah.
I had to stick a huge bag of ice in my damn pants. Thank you. Ow.
You're welcome. Thank you for throwing me into a wall.
Anyway, I'm gonna just follow you for a bit.
Lots of equivalent exchange, Curry.
This guild has changed me.
Yeah, has changed, or has it always been like this? And we're just finally seeing it for what it is.
No,
It
typically I would be a lot more
existed for only,
serious,
what,
but,
2 weeks? Hard to say what it is yet.
I don't know. When I find myself here, I find myself more chaotic than usual. It's strange.
Perhaps that is what we will call the character growth.
Brings the primal nature of one's
The Fae are chaotic in nature, so we're just living by.
Perhaps it's a result of me finally being able to be free for the first time in over 1,200 years.
Such liberation, for certain, can change one's perspective. After all, we were nothing but a cloud for. Yeah, the sense of time is different when you are a cloud.
Yes, I assume it is. I assume each of you perceives time individually as well.
This is
So what
when you have.
What happens? What happens when one that has lived longer conjoins with one that hasn't?
Pardon?
So you are made up of several individuals, as I recall.
This is true?
Let's say one of them has lived longer than the other, and they form into the one life form you are now. How would that work? How do those memories?
This is not quite accurate. It started with 2 that join, and then the others come one by one. They were not able to think, they were not able to feel, they were not able to comprehend. They were just drawn to the mass.
All right, I do recall now. You mentioned something that as more of you accumulated, you developed into sentience later on.
This is true. By yourself, one alone, is simple, is just exist.
Yes, I recall.
We're different than the sum of your parts. The many make the self, for the single does not make a self.
But if we lose one of us, we lose the memories stored in them. So if we lose just one of us, we are less. If we lose many of us, we is like if you had the brain surgery.
Oh.
Perhaps in your case, a fragmentation of the soul.
Perhaps
That might be a better comparison, yes.
Is a difficult topic when there is only one of us, or Well, you get the idea. There is only the collective, there is no other collective. We believe
Your legs
if
aren't quite
we
straight,
were to
Reagan.
meet others of us, it would just add to who we are. It would not be another collective. It would just be added to what we are already.
I see. So there will only ever be one of you as well.
Well, this has never happened before. Where we came from, there was nothing. There was no reason for this to exist, to learn. We were just in the place, and then we were here.
I have a food for you. It is cooked up.
Makes sense.
Every time you see Cassandra, make sure to tease her.
So if
Everything
we
needs
go
a
back,
reason.
if we go back to where perhaps there are more of us,
Doing your mission fine.
this is not a collective of others. We will merely add those who are there to us, and then we can become.
Thank you.
Perhaps more.
Apparently, there's food in the kitchen.
I wonder where we may find more of you. That'd be an adventure indeed. Very interesting one.
Well, if we search for the place where is nothing but us, then we know we have found it.
Yes. Clearly.
But until we learn everything there is to know, there is less of a reason to hurry back. After all, we exist and we will keep existing. And when we have learned all there is to know about everything here, we will return, collect the rest to teach, well, the rest of what there is.
A suit of knowledge, quite a noble goal.
Or you can now.
Pardon?
I'm not sure there is an all you can know.
I can definitely say from this experience, it always seems there is more to know. We have lived a great many years, thousands even, in many realms. There's always more to see.
This is true, but we have all the time in the world. And, well, perhaps one day we will be satisfied. But that is a bridge we will cross if we come across. Until then, there is no such a hurry, there is no such a rush to return to where we have come from.
Proper research takes time.
Perhaps you could find amongst the many realms, perhaps a reason or as to why your individuals exist.
This is true. It is the one question we have no lead on. Where are we?
I suppose that's a question you can ask for all living creatures. Why do we exist?
This is
In
true.
some ways, yes.
But if you were the only one to exist in a place where there is nothing else, then why were you existing?
That's a very good question.
That never existed. That is truly a conundrum.
This is far as we know. But we were not together because we did not know things existed. We would not have had the language. We had no reason to interact. There was no memories to be shared and transferred and ideas to be formed. we just were. Then so it is a question. Perhaps one day we will find the answer. Perhaps not.
I'm interested if you find that answer.
Assuming there even is an answer. It may all just be pure happenstance.
Perhaps.
Or perhaps we were created for some reason. And perhaps discarded for some other. There is endless possibilities. After all, the one thing we do know, when we were spread out in this area, we could feel each other. We were drawn to one another, which leads us to believe that that was programmed into us.
Perhaps a coalescence of phlogiston, the fundamental building blocks of all that is.
It is a possibility, and you could spin your head for, well, thousands of years and never arrive at the proper conclusion until, you know. That is why it is not a pressing issue for us at the moment. There are many things in front of us that we can see, which we can learn from already. There is no reason to, well, for others, stress would be the correct term for what they would feel.
Yes. Well, I agree. We could sit here all day, hypothesizing and get no closer to the truth. But here you are nonetheless. One day, perhaps an answer will form. But there are many other things to talk about. Things that are more tangible.
This is true. Any things to
Like
be
Mr.
done?
Rora's cake. That was pretty good.
Yes, cake.
I said cake.
Kick? Ah. There's a cake.
No.
Well,
sometimes
how was
you
yourself?
just see a man
How did you become
with his nut crunched.
I sure hope he's alright. I do feel a little bit bad.
So, how is it that you came to be in this form you are?
Well, as you imagine, I wasn't always like this. I was alive.
You think if we had more of him, we could do more? Yes, absolutely. I mean, think of it like adding storage space to a computer.
The last thing I remember, according to my notes,
and upgrading its processors.
I found an unusual. Anyway, hello.
I don't have a specific answer to that question
I
either.
encountered an unusual miasma of sorts. Next thing I knew, well, it was lights out. When I came to, Infa, my little spirit friend here, was with me. It must have been a divine interference of sorts that bound my soul to this realm.
I'm more inclined to think that something would have made them for, you know,
strange miasma.
kind of the
I
nanomachine
assume
type
it's
of deal,
connected, but it's also the
but
only thing I
organic.
have to go on.
Do you see any other raised dead amongst you?
No, as far as I'm aware,
I'm more inclined to go in that direction, but I don't think I have a clear answer
Seems
to
you
that
were
yet.
denied a second chance then. Maybe one day figure out for what purpose.
I hope I find out before it's too late.
Too late. Too late how? Do you have a time limit?
Not quite, but the state of the sanctuary, as I call it, or as in our tongue, it's the Aquilor. It is delicate and must be kept by the tree wardens, such as I. If an anomaly occurs, we must make sure it is not malignant. I cannot say for sure what it is I found, therefore I must assume the worst.
I don't think they'd be like a person.
I wish you luck on this journey. Sounds important.
Yes.
Because I think if there are definitely more of them, and if they were
If we're all
to
sharing how we
like,
came to be.
in my mind, this is a small fragment of how many exist.
And what's known as the Vilderabin. And the way my kind come to be is that a Fey Raven is sent out from the Feywilds.
If it was marked as a failed product, I would have put there.
my
Yeah,
case,
my
sent
thought is that
to,
somebody created all of
I
these
guess,
for
integrate
some
with a
purpose,
society that has become
but
greedy
either
or haughty
stowed it
or
away
unsightly and
and
destructive
left
to
it
the
there,
lands around
or is waiting for
So-
that for a purpose to let them loose.
As a raven, I was sent out, and I ate the heart of a king on a battlefield that had already died. That is how a Vilderabin is born, so to speak. I assumed the form of the king, and then from there I destroyed the rather destructive and disgusting government that had been ruling the Isles at the time.
But
And
it would
from
most
there,
people say,
I
yeah, definitely be a question
exist
of
as a knight to the Spring Court of the
who made them, why were they stowed, why were they not used.
Under the
All those are
measures
good questions.
at extreme, I can see why they are necessary.
And I'm good to leave those as
My
open-ended questions for now.
Aquilor functions, well, has a similar function. It is to preserve that which is being destroyed in the prime material realm.
We have similar goals.
It has space is special storage. Somebody like, yeah. Well, and the interesting thing is, it doesn't have to be like another plane, right? It could literally be some
Not quite the Fey.
lab that's like on this Earth plane, right?
Suppose the reasoning could be, I guess, at any real whim. I do believe it is quite rare for my kind to exist, and even rarer still for the Spring
But I'm
Court to
inclined to
have
think
one
that it
created.
was, you know, a different space totally
I
because
suppose I have a
of
somewhat
how,
lonesome existence.
you know, the time
I
difference.
don't really know any other Vilderabins.
Well,
Some sort of magical space.
need not be lonesome.
Or plane.
Well, I understand it can be frustrating to not have any of your kind around.
Because they've been theoretically on this world for,
You need not be
you know,
related
potentially thousands of years.
of the same species to form a bond.
True enough. It's no real bother to myself. It is simply, I suppose, a curious desire. Are we all so similar? Can they be born of different birds? I don't know. Can they all turn into wolves? I don't know that either.
Interesting to research, definitely. As I imagine there's not much material on it.
We'd probably need to
More knowledge.
search the libraries of the Feywild itself.
As well.
From what I know, we operate discreetly. Or at least I did. Until, well, there's nothing left but to destroy what's left. Although my job was much easier towards the end, the Normans took care of the last of the kingdoms.
Yes, it's fun story to figure out so many possibilities wasn't wise.
Actually
Yep.
taught them to bathe. Funny enough.
And this character is all made solely because I wanted to have a mask that talks.
Sounds like you performed your duties.
And then I needed to figure out why somebody would have the need to have a mask that talks. And there came everything else.
Well,
we all have the
now I have my
mysteries surrounding ourselves. Such, well, perhaps one day we will unravel the questions we have about ourselves, and then we can toast something.
Yeah. Perhaps that is why we're here.
Perhaps
Or
that
we
is
find
why.
ourselves at the Stardust Guild.
Perhaps that is why we were led here after all. Ourselves, we were merely taking a stroll through the woods and found ourselves here.
Similarly, that's how I found.
I guess they don't share the whimsy of it. I was directly sent here to make sure things stay safe.
I see. Usually I'm not one to believe in fate, but perhaps that might change.
That is a tricky thing. The fate is usually reserved for one, but we are many. Does that mean all of our fates are the same?
It depends. You could be a single weave, many strands all at once. In the tapestry of time, so to speak.
Perhaps
Your
the
fate
fates
will
are
not necessarily be
intertwined.
the same. Perhaps, or perhaps in the future, you'll end up splitting off. Who
It's
knows?
not relish that would be detrimental to what we have become.
Of course, but it would mean your fate of the individuals are not the same. For some might live on, others might not. Anything is still possible.
I must head out. Thank you for, I guess, inviting. Well, Sarah invited. Definitely thank her for inviting. Maybe back when, I guess, guests are allowed in. It's good to meet you.
Of course.
Been a pleasure to meet you as well, Snowball.
Yeah.
It's
Let me
been
know if you
some
need
time since I've met a polite and amicable alien person.
Well, I'm a familiar of wisdom and guidance, so it should be nice.
Wait a minute.
Perhaps I'll see you at the end.
Yes.
I recognize you.
I recognize you as well. How are you doing?
You can turn into that owl thing, right?
Yes, I can turn into an owl.
That is you. I thought so. Greetings.
How are you doing?
I'm alright, just got done teaching some peeps and now I'm just here looking at how beautiful this place is.
You may wish to dry your pants at some moment, as it is looking rather wet.
Oh, I'm assuming you. Do you want me to freeze it?
Oh yeah. No, don't. No, not here. Give me 1 minute. So you see him snap his fingers. And for a second, you just see a flash of fire just engulf his body. His whole, like, thing is dry.
So sorry for your wife or whoever is dating.
Clever trick.
Might be a bit more efficient to learn prestidigitation for drying oneself.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Hello.
Stop
Yeah, I
using
forgot
her
how.
body for that.
I feel like I forgot. You know, I'm not me. Or I am me. Or I am Lynn. Or something. I don't know. Anyway, wait. I learned this. I learned this on a infomercial or a TV show, right? Let go of my purse!
Oh no!
times, 3
And
times.
once more, down he goes.
Soon
Perhaps
cannot
you should
be
invest.
good for the testicles.
I feel like you should
Get some
invest in
ice.
the cup.
Anyone got
I
any
doubt he
ice?
has any left at this point.
Okay, I got this. Here you go. Sure?
Nice it is.
We
That's
hope
the third time in an hour,
There's some
unless I
ice.
missed something.
not wishing for the children.
Here you go. I
No.
got some healing magic in
Perhaps
there.
you should heal him.
Thank you. Now it's good to know that
So,
my balls are going to be bigger by the time I'm done. Thank
Do you need any healing?
Absolutely not. Don't say that.
In honesty, it's more they recede, they don't actually shrink.
I think that's a no.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Men are often very protective of that area.
Hmm. You'd think he'd wear armor by now.
You, sir, I like your mask. It's a really cool mask.
Thank you. We are pleased to hear such thing. But we have been quite rude. We are Dr. Zurzavar. It is a pleasure.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. I'm Curry, bounty hunter. Yeah.
Also a bitch.
They are the female dog.
I'm gonna stop loving you.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh no.
But they have the testicles, so they are not the female dog? Or perhaps they are a
No,
female
I'm not a
dog
female
with the
dog.
testicles.
I'm not a female dog. That's just. I'm not a female dog. I'm a male individual.
Ah, this is a colloquialism.
Well, the
Of
amount of
course.
times you're gonna be kicked in the dick, I don't think you need to worry about that, buddy.
Eventually, it will be one kick too hard.
One kick too hard.
We hope they do not shatter once upon a time. It would be catastrophic.
It would be very catastrophic if my balls just shattered. Then I'd have a vagina. But anyhow.
We do not think it works quite that
I'm
way.
not sure that's how it works,
But
Excuse me, I'm being signaled somewhere.
if it ever is happen, we can.
Let's answer the bat signal in the sky.
So if he were to become a woman, what would his name be?
Is Kuri specific for the male?
I don't know.
Or
I suppose
perhaps
you could use
they
both.
can be renamed to Karen.
I must leave for the Feywild, seeing the months away from my Astronaut lifetime.
Ah, yes.
Farewell.
That would do nicely. Good night.
Here's that. I will do one last pass before I leave for the evening. Make sure everything's in order.
Of course.
Very well.
We believe it is nearly time for the end anyway. Well, for the day, as we suppose.
Yeah, probably like a little bit.
Well, perhaps we will say the good. It is still the night. It is hard to say exactly what time of day it is, but for the sake of argument, we will say the good night to others and rest for a while.
Yes, you can if you want to. Please relax.
A reasonable assumption. Huh?
I'm saving the people. Sachi, get off of me. Oh.
Still
This
loading
place
for me.
will not lack strange goings on.
Entertainment. Definitely not.
Very good.
The reason why I stayed.
Oh well, that's a shadow wolf thing along there.
Oh, it's a good bitch.
Alright, that's it, Sachi. Get off of me. Buckles you off into the bucket.
Nice shot.
I hope you realize that that's also Lynn's body.
Look, I know it's Len's body. Don't worry. I made sure it was safe. It was a bucket that was closed. So if anything,
My
Len will feel
posterior.
Oh, I mean,
So derrière.
stuff.
Opens the barrel to check what's inside.
I have no clue. I think it's like water or something.
Water for temporary.
All right. I've done that before. Mine is off. Hey, looks like a martial artist, but I want to curse magic. How would I make those two together in one person? Yeah. And it's all about inspirations in a lot of ways, right? Find something that attracts you to a character. You want it to be the core of a character, and then make it be.
For a little bit though.
And their punch was like floating through the air and it hit somebody like all the way over on the other side of the room.
Just whoop. He just.
Well, I mean, sure, if you punch hard enough, you can do air pressure attacks. That's different. That's just using your own natural strength.
Oh, yeah, no, always blowing it.
I'm fine. I have fire resistance. I have a fire resistance
Again, you're getting
already.
the same issue of you do the attack, and all that excess energy is being poured out.
Believe it or not interesting fact about me, and the reason why I'm able to cast powerful spells.
All right. I think that'll do it for today. Gotta say that Musashi was in here. I wonder what was up with him. Just wanted to see the guild for a bit. It was fun talking about the character. Yeah, it was a good episode. A little slow here and there, but in the end, picked up. Thanks for joining me, guys. Let's see if there's someone to send y'all off to.